Look like Arnold from Different Strokes in there. I know you don't know what that means. Anyway. Hey. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Anyway, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. What's going on?
How are you?
Taking a little WrestleMania yesterday, Terry.
Oh, sure.
Watching from beginning to end. 4 hours of action-packed wrestling fun, or what?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, sit there and just make kind of weird tone of voice about it. Well, you didn't watch it.
Right, I know.
All right. It was action-filled. Was it not, Vinnie the Pooh?
Of course.
Huh?
Are you kidding me? It was like 4 hours of greatness.
Yeah, get Terry in the ladder
Hours
match.
of greatness.
Get Terry in the ladder match.
Oh, my God. Terry in a ladder match?
Talks like anyone who watches it, or just the whole idea in general, she's so above.
No, it's just something I don't get into.
If you
All
knew
right,
what those guys went through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they go through tons.
I actually think...
I don't know if that's really the point we're trying to make. Don't make the point, please.
Okay.
Anyway, you just don't talk like because we watched it, you had such a better day or something. All right? I don't know if that's the point either.
Either
Don't
way.
make the point for me.
Either one.
I don't know what the point is. Just don't.
All right.
WrestleMania was pretty cool. Except, I watched the beginning. I saw the ladder match. I saw the dude kicking ass on the little leprechauns and stuff. I don't follow I don't know the storyline of every situation that well, because I gotta admit I don't sit around watching Raw every Monday night, but everything. And then I went out to dinner and came back in the middle of the Triple H triple threat match.
That was all right.
That was pretty good.
How long?
good.
How long do these last?
Oh, it goes 4 hours.
Yeah.
So what's that?
Seriously?
Yes, 4 hours of action-packed fun.
It was great.
So you watched a couple hours, went out to dinner.
I
came
watched
back.
about an hour, came back to dinner, and then still had 2 hours or an hour and some odd minutes left.
Great.
Yes, and I have it on the DVR, so I can watch the whole thing. I missed the Ric Flair, and was that a good match?
It was a great one.
Really?
He said, "I'm sorry, I love you," and then ended it.
All right, I'll watch that. But the Floyd Mayweather thing, I mean, Big Show could have killed the guy. You could just tell he was just...
but
he was actually treating him like it was a father, like, who could just break his son in half.
If he wanted to, I don't know why he didn't. But
Why he didn't? Because that was the arrangement. That's why he didn't.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? He thinks it's real. Vinnie the Pooh thinks it's real.
Well,
Thinks Big Show and Floyd Mayweather were really fighting for real.
it looked like it the way he...
No, it didn't look like it.
Oh, jeez.
It looked like the exact opposite of it. That's why people were
Well,
booing.
when people really get their nose
People were booing.
broken,
Yes.
something's real.
If someone paid you enough money to have your nose broken, would you do it?
Of course.
All right, then there you go. There's your answer.
All right, but-
Big Show was willing to get his nose broken because Vince McMahon said, I want your nose to be broken because it'll seem more authentic and I'll pay you for it. What's the going rate on your nose being broken? And he said, give me $4 million. Done.
Oh, yeah. You kidding me?
Probably didn't get that much. But Floyd Mayweather, they say, got $20 million for that.
Wow.
For Big Show stepping on him with all his weight.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And when
he died.
And when one foot was on, he was stepping on him, but when one foot was on Little Floyd's back, the other foot was on the back of his thighs, which takes all the pressure.
Oh, lame.
I wouldn't say lame.
He was like stepping on his hands.
He could have killed him. And that's why people were booing, because they knew he could have killed him at any point.
And that's what they wanted to see. One punch, kill him.
Well,
not really
not
kill
like
him,
Big Show would kill him with one punch, but if you ever just trapped him in the corner and just manhandled him,
like really
we could have killed him.
Squished his head or something.
He looked like Arnold from Different Strokes in there, I'm telling you. But then he put on the brass knuckles and punched out Big Show, and that
old trick.
Mm-hmm. The old brass knuckle trick.
It's the 70s.
He laid him, though.
It did look like he laid him. Well, he looked pretty fine after he got up. There was no mark on him.
Was he staggering?
The fact
When
that
he
he
got
was
up.
like...
Vinnie the Pooh thinks it's real.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
what's weird.
It's weird.
I'm talking to a guy who thinks it's real.
Do you?
I just realized.
I don't think it's real.
You're talking like you think it's real, though. He laid him out, though.
I thought you quit
He
thinking it was
did.
real when you're like 14, like you
He
realize
did
it's not
lay him
real.
out. Brass knuckles. If you try to pull a punch with brass knuckles, it's still going to hurt.
All right, listen, dude.
Oh my gosh, he thinks it's real.
He wasn't knocked out.
Oh, my
for
God.
real.
Okay, let me hit you in the face with brass knuckles and pull it.
He thinks it's real.
Wow.
I just realized that.
I just so happen to have brass knuckles right here. Who's first?
All
Who's
right.
first? Who's
All
first?
right. Don't worry about it.
Who's
It's all right.
first?
I don't think we're ever suggesting brass knuckles don't
Jesus.
hurt when you get hit.
Okay.
But you realize that pro wrestling is not real.
We didn't,
and
I'm not
familiar,
suggesting they don't take punishment. I just said someone's going to get killed in one of these ladder matches one of these days.
And I will
someone is
enjoy
going to get
watching
killed.
it.
All right? Yeah, I enjoyed watching it too, but I was sitting there going, man, who's going to die here? But that doesn't mean that this is all happening spontaneously.
Oh, God.
All right?
All right.
Oh, way to get those brass knuckles, man. What a great move.
Took them off the chain, put them on. Crowd was going crazy.
Remember when I was 12 years old, I could see in the locker room behind, I saw two guys that hate each other, Adrian Adonis and Junkyard Dog, like sitting by each other talking.
Yeah,
I'm like,
coffee.
wait a minute, you guys hate each other. You're supposed to fight later.
Sitting there having coffee in Danish.
Playing Yahtzee. God.
Even Vinnie the Pooh's seeing that. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
Scarred me for life.
I don't want to get too carried away here.
You frauds.
But when we get back, we'll get things started. It's the last day of the month of March.
Wow.
April Fool's Day tomorrow. I think we've started early. We'll get things started for the day right after these words. The T-Man Show. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Where's Vinnie at, man?
Uh-oh.
Vinnie the Pooh's here.
Vinnie, man. I know you don't think wrestling is all for the real. See, you're living in a fantasy world right now because you think you're a celebrity.
Oh, wow.
Carefree has more celebrity than you. If there was no seats at Denny's, Carefree would get a seat.
Wow.
Wow.
One seat available at Denny's. Terry gets it over Vinnie the Pooh.
That's
quite a fight, and that's really how you gauge status, by the way.
Yep.
Is who gets the last seat at Denny's.
Hey, if I can get the last seat at Denny's,
You're happy.
I am.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Terry doesn't even need a seat at Denny's. She's willing to eat her French slam, her Grand Slam breakfast standing up.
That's all I had to say.
Yes.
That is all I had to say.
So you're
T-Man's a pimp, and T-Man's a pimp.
You're laughing because you're realizing Vinnie the Pooh thinks wrestling. That happens to be the case, Vinnie the Pooh. I mean, you're denying it now. You're sitting there going, I never thought it was real. I never thought. Meanwhile, you just said something in the last segment, which would be the first segment, that was so. It made me do a double take. It made me actually have to pause and look at you.
It's crazy talk.
It's not crazy talk. I'll remind you of what you said, and then you explain to me that we should think anything else but the fact that you must think wrestling's real or something.
However I explain it, you're still going to think...
No, I'm going to tell you what you said, all right? And you tell me you didn't say it, all right?
Roll it back. Roll it
No,
back.
I don't have to roll it back. I have it fresh in my mind. Just happened a few minutes ago, Terry. Ask me an hour from now. I won't know what the hell you're talking about. But anyway, in the last segment, something was said. I'll remind him what he said. If he denies he said it, then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
But if he doesn't deny he said it, then he has to explain it. Because
That's like an everyday occurrence then.
to me,
Yes.
it's so revealing of the fact that he's like in this weird place of thinking that wrestling's real. We were talking about WrestleMania, like a lot of people are going to be doing this morning.
Sure.
Or at least the people who saw it, and a lot of people saw it.
Right.
But he said something. And I'm going to remind you what he said. Don't worry about that. But he said something, Terry.
Check this out. The Hills Caddy crew may be taking their feuding to film.
Yes, it's very exciting.
LC let that slip on an MTV blog saying, quote, we've kind of talked about it. Apparently, it would just be a supersized version of the small screen hit.
Oh, that's all we need. Are you excited about that, Terry? The Hills, the movie?
Oh, jeez.
The Hills.
I don't like scary movies.
What?
The Hills movie is not scary?
Oh, my gosh. Are you being serious? What the hell's going on around here today?
Not listening, not paying attention for the past 2 years.
No, The Hills, the show. I know it's going to big screen, but never mind.
Yeah.
And you said, are you ready for the movie?
Yeah, why would it be
And I know,
scary?
isn't The Hills the movie? Isn't there really a movie called The Hills, and wasn't it scary?
Not to my knowledge.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Oh, all right.
From the 70s, and then they remade it recently.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that makes...
Yeah, but when they talk about LC in the story, I don't think they're talking about The Hills Have Eyes.
Okay, well, okay.
Everything has a place on the big screen these days, and they're talking about putting LC and the crew on. Oh, never mind.
Although Terry is right, it would be scary if they did make a movie with The Hills. It'd be awful.
Yeah, but not.
But not in the way she thought, no.
Right. But if they could kill off Paris Hilton in the first half hour, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Didn't it be worth it?
Well, why do they feel like they're giving people something so special by taking the TV show and just putting it on
I don't know.
the big screen for 2 hours and you have to actually pay? I don't see why they think people are that gullible. Oh, they'd line up around the corner for it. But anyway.
Like I heard a 16-year-old kid with the best line ever when we went to see Reno 911 at the theater. Sir, are you 18? No. Well, But isn't this free on TV? Pretty good point, really.
They really stopped someone from going into a movie?
Right at the door. He had his popcorn, his candy.
Wow.
Can I see your ID? Well, okay, here. You have to be 18. Wait a minute. Isn't this free on TV?
Yes. But
hilarious.
I mean, like in Beavis and Butthead and things like that, they do show you some things.
It's a little edgier, sure.
South Park, the movie.
Yes, not arable.
Shut your effing face, mother effer, was a little
Uncle
edgier.
Effer.
What did I say?
Mother effer.
Oh, yeah. Was a little...
It's a little worse.
Edgier than you see on TV, even though TV, they push the limits.
I don't think they're going to have that kind of song in the Hills, the movie, though.
That's right. Although I would like to see LC try a rendition of that.
That'd be great.
Yes. So, I don't know if you're excited about the prospect of The Hills being on, coming to a theater near you, Terry, being on the big screen, but it's in the works, perhaps.
All right, well, there you go.
And it's going to be really scary.
Right. I think I'm the last person alive that actually watches that nonsense.
Ryan, what do you got? You're on the air. It's a weird morning already. Ryan, can you hear me? Is there a Ryan there that he gets sucked in by his own vacuum, it sounds like?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, man, blew my ears out. What's up, Ryan?
Well, I just wanted to talk about that little fight on Saturday night.
The Saturday night fight, okay, because there was a fight for every occasion over the weekend. Yes,
The
you're talking.
MMA fight.
You're talking.
The Shamrock fight.
You're talking Strike Force. You think Shamrock threw in the towel basically with his little injury there?
Yeah, he was hurt at the end of that third round, man. He gave up.
He just knew that there was no possibility of him figuring out a way to beat his opponent, right or wrong?
He didn't even make it to his corner. He barely made it to his corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did you see the fight?
No, I haven't. I haven't, but I haven't watched it yet.
They had an interview with
it's only so many hours in the weekend.
Right.
Yeah, Kimbo Slice, what did he have to say?
He's a badass.
And you're just finding that out from the interview over the weekend?
No, I went on. I Googled his name and I saw a bunch of his street fights.
Yeah, we were a little late to the party because we've been doing that for the past 6 months, dude. But anyway, yeah, Kimbo Slice has a couple of clips you also want to watch on YouTube. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He got that police officer, and that was
Yeah, we talked about that on Friday. He lost. You talking about the one he lost?
Yeah, the one he lost.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
He kept getting up.
Who did?
This guy's like a little behind. It's like, hey, I just saw Heat. Anyone want to talk about it? It's like, come on, man.
What the hell's going on this
I don't
morning?
know. It's like weird. Hey, you ever see Godfather? That was awesome. Let's talk about it.
I hear they're going to make that into a movie, too, man.
Gosh, what's going on?
I just read the book.
Oh, it'll be scary.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be real, too.
I hear they're in talks with Al Pacino to play the main part.
Jesus.
What the hell's happening out there?
We need to, like, rewind and start over or something.
Yes. We talked about this on Friday with Kimbo Slice, and now I'm giving you Kenny George. That's the name of the 7'7" guy, 7'8", whatever he is.
Yeah.
He plays like for some small school in Division I, but he can dunk without basically getting off the ground, Terry.
Wow.
Yeah, you sound really fascinated.
Well, no, I am, because I'm typing it in so that I can see.
That's okay.
Oh.
It's stuff that entertains me, Terry. You wonder, how could he not be some big superstar in the NBA? Well, the guy can really, when it comes down to it, barely move. And if you watch enough clips, you'll see Tyler Hansbrough plays for the real North Carolina, because I think this Kenny George dude plays for a North Carolina school, but not one of the bigger schools.
Yes.
And he just dunks right over him.
He does, yes.
Yes.
Well, he beats him off the dribble.
But
He's a little
isn't it
quicker.
kind of sad watching him a little bit, because he is kind of slow? I mean...
Well, me and Hotshot watched a couple clips during the break, and Hotshot said he'd love to be 7'8", and I said, no, you wouldn't.
I think I would.
Oh, jeez.
No, I would. I mean, I could be better than this guy at 7'8".
Fine, you might be better than him, but
Fine.
you don't want to. You don't. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah. You may wake up tomorrow 7'8".
I don't have hairy palms yet, so I don't believe you.
You don't want to be a 7'8" person.
Yes, I do.
All right.
I think it'd be great.
You wouldn't be able to, like, take a normal shower. You wouldn't be able to get in a normal car. You wouldn't be able to do anything normally. Do you understand that? You go to a hotel and try to sleep in a normal bed and take a shower in their little shower.
Yeah.
You would be, everything would have to be custom fitted for you. You don't need that. Everywhere you go, people are going to stare at you like you're some freak of nature. Do you want that? You probably get that anyway.
I have some of those troubles now, actually. So, yeah, I'd be easier to adapt than most people.
He's sitting there watching the clip. He's like, I'd be so much of a better 7'8" dude.
I would, no question. If I was 7'8", I would dominate. I'd be the best player in the NBA.
Well, he shows flashes of being able to dominate, Kenny George does, when he's looking like he's playing with little fourth graders. He's playing with other college basketball players, but it looks like everyone that's on the court with him is a fourth grader.
Right.
Because he's so humongous.
I probably have an 18-inch wiener, too. Also an upside.
Wow. So you would hope.
Mm-hmm. You would hope, yes.
Not confirmed.
7'8". You would need a custom-sized vagina.
Oh, man. How much are those?
That is costly, yes.
Okay. Well, here comes Terry. You can take it.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Terry's like, I don't feel a thing. Anyway.
Oh, jeez.
That part you listened to, though.
What else is happening out there, Terrence? What else is going on this morning? It's the last day of March 2008.
It's a weird last day.
The first quarter of the year is already gone. Has the year even started?
I don't think so.
And yet it's a quarter over, Terry.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball starting up.
Yes, I see it in the paper. What's the headline here? The headline, this one caught my interest because...
Baseball's still boring.
Oh,
No?
wow.
The headline,
Yes.
as far as it corresponds to the baseball season, is, "This one counts." And I'm thinking, yeah, I guess if you think 1 out of 162 games qualifies as counting.
Stupid they have that many games.
How can one game out of 162 really count for anything?
When you miss the playoffs by half a game.
Well, fine. If you miss the playoffs by half a game, I guess it counts.
Right.
Other than that, it don't count. This one counts.
Good.
Well, count me out.
I'm going to root so hard if a guy gets a hit.
Anyway, I'll probably watch today. And then won't watch again until the playoffs. But anyway, what else is going on, Terry?
That's right.
According to London's Daily Mirror, or Britain's Daily Mirror, Britney Spears has been getting regular colonic sessions, trying to detoxify her body, get all cleaned up. I guess, And of course, it's really good for you, supposedly. I don't know how good it is to get it on such a regular basis.
The colonic thing was very big about 7 years ago, 8 years. I remember around the year 2000, Terry, when we turned the century, everyone was talking about colonic, gotta go get a colonic treatment, blah, blah, blah. You got all that caked poop lined up.
Wow.
You gotta, and I still think that's the case. I still think everyone could use one. I still think, I still think, I haven't done it. I thought about it. I'm not ready to have it too.
There are little spas that you can go away to.
Yeah,
right?
My wife went, Terry. She got her caked doo-doo, I guess.
She did?
Yeah, she got a colonic treatment, yeah.
And did she?
She loved it.
Did she?
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, she said it was the best action she's gotten.
No, but seriously, did she feel like
oil
better and all of that?
She felt better. She felt lighter. She felt
lighter.
Cleaner. But
it's 100 pounds. Oh, I feel so light.
But like Brittany going back and back.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily that healthy for you.
Yeah, it's just like douching. If you over douche, Terry, and this is T-Man rule number 273. If you over douche, you're just gonna have to keep on douching because the more you douche, the more you have to. And it's kind of in the same family of a douche situation, Terry.
Right.
I hate to be in the douche family.
If you're in the douche family,
you got a hell of a future.
We're talking about you. If you are in the douche family, you know who you are. And the colonic treatment is kind of an exotic, amped up douche.
Right, it's supposed to be like, what, once every 6 months, or maybe even once a year.
It's the douche for the A News, Terry.
She's got a few more toxins than most people, though, I think.
But
she may be able to go back,
Who has more toxins?
Brittany.
Oh, Brittany does. I thought you were talking about my wife.
No, Brittany, she said she goes back like more than once.
Yeah, but Brittany, you can get addicted, and if you start going back regularly, then you're going to have to keep on doing it.
Right.
Because it's going to become something that actually is a required need situation.
Right. Your body will start depending on it.
Do it once, maybe twice, and then don't do it anymore. Take my word.
Is your wife interested in doing it again?
I don't think she's talked about it recently. I haven't talked. I haven't heard her talk about it.
Wow.
All she was talking about over the weekend was Channing Tatum. But, because she dragged me to that movie, Terry. The movie, I'm sure it didn't even finish in the top 5. It was a new release movie that I got dragged to because I'm trying to be a good husband, Terry. And all I am doing is sitting there realizing that my wife is lusting over a guy on the screen, and I'm supposed to, what?
Lost over your popcorn.
When I wasn't napping, Terry.
Must have been a good movie.
Oh, it's just absolutely horrible. And I have to think my wife realized that, and yet she's so in love with this Channing Tatum.
Wow.
How gay is that when you're married to someone?
Yes.
And they have this fantasy love for some doofus. You know who this guy is? You heard of him?
I've heard of him, but I don't know exactly who he is.
You didn't see, what was the movie that was just out a couple weeks ago that was the sequel to Break It Off? No, come on, the dance movie. Yeah. What's the dance movie?
Step Up.
That's it.
That guy,
He was in Step Up, and she fell in love with him in Step Up.
Yes.
All right, he's some big goober.
He can move.
He's some big, goobery, he can move. He can move, I'll give him that.
I mean, seriously,
I watched Step Up. And, And I have to admit,
I think he's a goober?
I'll put it in the present tense, Terry, that he has some sick dance moves.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong.
Like you've always said, if guys can dance, they're good in the sack.
All right, easy. So I will be the first to admit to you that when it comes to being able to do his thing on the dance floor, as far as guys are concerned, he's probably like in the top tier spot of anyone who's out there right now. I don't care what you are, race, whatever, doesn't matter. This guy is sick. There's no doubt about it. But he opens his mouth, he's some big doofus.
Oh, jeez.
And what does that say about my situation? Is this who my wife is in love with?
Looks like
I'm second fiddle to this doofus.
You're the second coolest doofus, so that's not bad. It's better than being in the douche family.
Right.
I'm the runner-up doofus in her life? Is that what it comes to? Yes.
Yeah, he's cute.
So I'm sitting there watching Ryan Phillippe do this horrible southern accent that he can barely pull off. And we're the only ones in this theater, basically, on opening weekend.
Oh, jeez.
Paris Hilton laughing at the numbers that it drew, I'm sure. Where did it finish in the top 10, Terry? I'm sure
8.
It finished 8th in its opening weekend?
$4.5 million.
That's it?
Stop loss.
Wow. Well, I'm glad no one saw that movie. It was horrible.
I think part of me thinks you pride yourself on seeing turds when they open up. Because you go to a lot of nonsense. Like Glitter you saw in the theater, right?
I didn't see Glitter in the theater.
Geely.
I saw Geely in the theater.
I mean, it's like every movie we talk about, you saw in the theater. Like,
I have a lot of time on my hands.
But I think you kind of like it, though.
I have a lot of time on my hands. I mean, matinees are in play as far as my life is concerned. Right. We're done by 10 a.m., so the matinee thing works out really well. So, I see a lot of turds. There's no doubt about it.
Definitely.
I see a lot of turds in and out of movie theaters.
If you walk up and the poster says MTV Films Presents, just turn around and go home. Okay, that's a good rule.
But MTV
Unless it's called Jackass, turn around.
MTV Films didn't present Stop Loss.
Oh, you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Did it?
I think it did. I thought I saw it on MTV all over the place.
Oh, really?
I assumed it was, yeah.
Well, he's photographed with a lot of hot chicks.
Who is?
For sure. Channing Tatum.
Well, yeah. I mean, women like him, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know why women like him. He just looks like he's dumb as a wall, doesn't he? But I guess he's got a couple. His acting skills are mediocre at best. His dance skills are top of the line. But he just, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of the doofuses I went to high school with. Nick, why this doofus gets to make it big? Well, because he can dance.
Right.
But now they're putting him in movies where he's not even dancing. Yeah, it's just all acting.
Right,
how did that happen? Because I guess he's a good-looking guy.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
This
is my competition.
He's all right. I don't like it when he puts his hair up all spiky in the top. Looks kind of dorky that way.
So you have to Google him just to figure out who he is?
Well, I recognize the name. I know him more by look, by face.
Well, I'm watching enough of them. Anyway, Nick, are you there?
I thought it was somebody else.
How are you, Nick?
Some skinny.
Waiting to start work.
She always has someone that she's in lust with, Terry.
Yeah, somebody else you just mentioned a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was Ryan Gosling.
Oh, there you go.
And then it turned into, it was McDreamy for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I remember that.
She loves Grey's Anatomy. And
then it was just before this Channing Tatum guy was some other guy.
She likes these white goobers.
White goobers.
These goobery guys.
What's exactly a goober?
So I don't know where that puts me. I don't know what that means for me. Yeah, Nick.
Goober?
No, I guess it must be a goober. I don't know. Nick, yes. What can I do for you, sir?
Hey, what's up, man? I was wondering, like, a good cheap spot to take my wife for her anniversary today.
Cheap spot. I think cheap is the key word there, or what?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. What
cheaper the better.
What anniversary is it for you?
It's my first year wedding anniversary.
First wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
And do you want your wife to not know that you're cheaping out on her, or what?
Oh, she knows.
I'm sure, yeah.
All right, because, I mean, when you're married, how much do you really have to hide that you're being cheap? Because if you're cheap when you're married, it's not that big a deal, because for all practical purposes, all of a sudden now you're sharing money. So anything you're spending, she's probably, if you're spending too much, she becomes then more concerned than anything. But if you're a boyfriend and cheaping out, that's when you got to kind of hide and
right. But when you're married already, what's the point?
When you're married, she probably wants you to be cheap, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, she knows we're broke.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, and she probably wants you to cheap out on
She
that.
hasn't been working lately.
All right, well, take it to the library and say, any book you want.
Oh,
anything you see here is yours for 2 weeks.
Anything?
Because I got a library card, and this is going to be a very special anniversary for us.
Can I check out a record, too?
Oh, wow.
Well, let me see if that's covered by the library card. Yeah, I just checked it is. Anything you want, baby.
Woo! Thank you. That's what I always wanted.
How can he celebrate the first anniversary? He can take her to a park, Terry.
Yeah.
He can pretend the Skywriter should be along any minute to put that message up in the sky that he had planned out. No, he must have got detained, or it must have been some kind of mix-up, because I don't know where he is.
Oh, he went to the wrong park.
He went to the wrong park.
Oh, oops.
I had something special all planned out here at the park. I guess we're just going to have to settle for the flashers, because the Skywriter didn't show up, but happy anniversary, baby. I don't know. What other ideas?
Well, going to the park is not a bad idea. Just make up a nice little lunch or dinner or whatever.
Nice scavenger hunt in the park?
Sure.
But men don't like to get really creative, Terry. He's going to actually do work and put together clues. And are you willing to be a guy who puts in work for the cause for your first anniversary?
Work.
Really? You've done that before?
No.
Oh.
I said it's my first anniversary.
Uh-huh. But, because Terry's saying, I brought up the park, and Terry's saying, yeah, the park's a good idea. You can put together some kind of romantic situation, I guess. And aside from a scavenger hunt, what can the park, a little toe tapping in the public bathroom?
Yeah, I was going to say, you may want to check out the park before you head down there, before you plop your blanket down in the middle of Gay Fest 2009.
Although maybe Gay Fest 2009 is just what your wife wanted for her first anniversary.
It's entertainment, I guess.
Only if they're doing her hair.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
What could he actually buy her that holds up as far as being a quality first anniversary gift, but doesn't come anywhere close to breaking the bank? Can't go to any kind of real event. I mean,
Are we talking like his budget's like literally $0?
Yeah.
Like $10, or give us something to work with.
Yeah.
what's your budget?
Like $50.
$50?
All right, that's a little something.
You can work with that.
Chris Rock's on tour right now, and he's coming around the West Coast, but
Oh, you get half a ticket.
you can't. Yeah, you can't afford that on a $50 budget.
But still, you could, get a nice little bottle of wine and some...
She's pregnant. She ain't drinking.
Yeah, she's pregnant, so
Okay,
there's her gift.
Let's see. There's the, fake wine or fake champagne that's apple cider.
So the non-alcoholic?
The non-alcoholic kind. Get a little... put together a little picnic basket thing or whatever.
You love the
Get
picnic.
a nice little card and spend some quality time with your wife and soon-to-be child.
You often bring up the picnic basket kind of
I like
situation,
that.
Jake. You like
I
a
do.
nice lunch, don't you?
Loves to
Well, I
have
just
loves
like...
a bite.
Yeah.
The option of salami sandwiches,
I don't-
peanut butter.
I just like the
Where do I go?
idea of
What do I
sitting
do?
with one another and talking and
That's like-
spending quality time.
That's Terry's little version of Channing Tatum or Ryan Gosling. I
Yes.
can't figure out which one I love more. Peanut butter or salami? Where do I turn here?
Both good, though.
Picnic basket, Nick. Do you ever see yourself packing a picnic basket to show love?
Well, I never thought of that one before, but it might be a good idea.
Because with a $50 budget, you could fill that picnic basket with some nice, tasty treats.
Yep.
A bunch of double cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
Well, yeah, that was that commercial where the hors d'oeuvres. Remember the hors
Oh,
d'oeuvres?
yeah.
I don't know if that's really the picnic basket kind of delicacy, but the white bag with the arches is more that kind of thing. But if you're actually going to have a picnic basket, you may want to, I don't know, fill it with a couple of sandwiches, right? I guess.
Cheese and crackers,
Yeah,
some
cheese,
fruit.
crackers, fruit.
A couple of grapes. All right?
All right.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound too...
Yeah, it almost sounds like he's kind of goofing on, how about some McDonald's, Like he doesn't want to do it. He's trying to get out.
I want to do something, but I've never made a picnic basket before.
Well, then that would be cool because it's something different and she wouldn't expect it.
Either you're a picnic basket guy or you're not, though, Terry.
It's not that difficult.
You can't force the picnic basket situation.
She would probably appreciate it quite a bit.
No one's doubting that she wouldn't appreciate it, Terry, but if it's not you, it's not you. And Nick is not a picnic basket guy.
Sometimes you have to do stuff that's not you.
Take her to a mediocre restaurant that $50 is going to be able to cover the whole situation.
That's $48. Looks like this waiter's getting stiffed. See ya. That's all I can do, buddy.
Right on the check, it's my anniversary. And maybe he'll excuse you from having to tip. All right? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be very much in line with that. Well, what do you expect us to say to you, Nick?
I was just looking for a couple good ideas because I was coming up blank. Only thing I can think of was like a card and a dozen roses.
That's nice.
Well, a dozen roses, unless you're buying them at the grocery store at any florist, is going to cost more than $50. Yeah. Unless you're pulling them out of the refrigerated little area of the grocery store, you go to any florist and you're almost looking at double that.
Because I've got her once from the grocery store before. She seems to like them, but like I said, I've done it before. And
they can arrange them for you in a nice little arrangement and not charge you extra.
Kind of play
Who's
it
that,
out.
the produce dude?
No, the flower people.
They have flower people in the grocery stores?
They actually do.
Well, if you could find them, okay, wonderful.
They actually have a floral department.
All right, there you are. Flowers from the grocery store.
Shoes from the grocery store.
That'll leave you with probably $40 extra to maybe buy her a Whitman sampler. And then you're all the way there, man. Happy anniversary. Congratulations to you, Nick. How has the first year of marriage been, more importantly? Has it been as quality as you could have ever imagined? Has it been the best year of your life? Or not even close? Or somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. So of all the years you've been living, the first year of your marriage, this past year, has been kind of middle of the road as far as the good years and the bad years.
Yeah, we kind of had our clashes. Mm-hmm. Two different people.
There's been a couple of newlywed fights going on.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Would you say that 10 years from now, everything is going to be better, the same, or worse, if not over? Those are your options.
I'm hoping it's better.
It'll get better.
We're working on better.
Good. At least you're working.
And you got a child on the way.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on that, Nick.
Yes.
Thank you.
A lot of things to be thankful for, it sounds like.
Yes, sir.
And how many women on the side do you have?
Oh, jeez.
What's that?
Does it have to be that?
How many women do you have on your roster right now besides your wife?
Just my wife.
Oh, good job.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was possible. What a concept, Terry.
My wife would kill me if I cheated.
So he's being... Well, what wife wouldn't, Terry? But how could he think that she's going to find out? So he's being... that term...
You always struggle with that.
Faithful.
Yeah, thanks. All right, never mind. Congratulations, Nick.
Thank you.
Take care.
I think it's great.
I can't do anything on this program anymore. Anyway... Terry actually knew it. So
right. It's rare that
I thought
happens.
it was going to be monogamous.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Nick. Yes. Well done. 1-866-663-T-Man. Back after these words. The T-Man Show.
The casting notice for I Want to Be Paris' new best friend is seeking hot bitches and fabulously fierce guys who are at least 21 and appear under 30. And make sure you long to strut into the world's most elite hotspots without a care in the world except how fabulous you are.
You getting all this, Terry? There's a new TV show, I guess, coming out about being Paris' new best friend. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is going to be a prelude to continuing on with The Simple Life, now that Nicole Richie doesn't really speak to Paris anymore and kind of is with child, or at least she's a mom to one at this point now, Terry, and she has no interest in continuing on with The Simple Life. But this is going to be a program on finding Paris' new best friend, is that right?
Yes. And it hasn't been picked up yet. I think MTV or VH1 is probably where it's going to land.
And it may roll into the new season of The Simple Life. And they're looking for, when they say fierce, obviously they're thinking about pairing Paris up with like a gay guy for the next run of, because when they say fabulously fierce, obviously that's a reference to they're looking for gay guys, right? You don't say fabulously fierce and expect straight guys to show up, do you?
I would say no.
Okay.
Fierce is that guy always says that on Project Runway. Fierce.
Seeking hot bitches and fabulously fierce guys who are at least 21 and appear under 30. And make sure you long to strut into the world's most elite hotspots without a care in the world except how fabulous you are. But it's not all give with no get. Finally, you have the chance to show the world that you have what it takes to achieve social stardom.
So how would the Simple Life be for the new season, maybe a year or so away, with Paris Hilton and her new partner in crime, a gay male? Would that be television excitement or no?
Well, sure.
Awesome.
That would work?
I'd watch it.
Probably definitely something
I'd
different.
definitely watch worse than that.
Yeah, definitely
I watched
different. Definitely not
everything.
typical Paris.
I'm in.
All right. So it sounds like we're...
Well, I've actually seen some of the videos that people have sent in, and only because I saw it on Ellen, because she wanted to be Paris's BFF.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Ellen's so funny like that, too.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
So
I really believe her when she says it, too.
Yeah, she must be more than her BFF. Tell you that.
Right.
So it's interesting to watch some of the little videos, homemade videos of the people coming in.
I hear Ellen's very loving when she's your BFF, Terry.
Is she?
Yes.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Except when you get out of line, then she gives you a good tongue lashing.
Oh, yeah. Just in time.
Yes. So, Paris would be very lucky if she takes Ellen seriously and allows her to be the BFF.
Yeah.
They can go to lunch together. Lunch together?
Wow.
What'd I say?
Right. Pick out some carpet, wall to wall. and-
That's right.
It's going to be a spectacular little situation.
Yeah, it should be
Anyway,
fun.
so Ellen was showing clips of
Yes.
those who have sent in
Yes.
videos for
And-
Paris to look over, and,
Yeah.
and then she put together one of her own. I was
Of
kind of...
course.
See, I didn't even see the show, and yet I could see how it goes in my mind perfectly. Was Ellen's one of the best, Terry?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to see Ellen and Paris be BFFs.
Yeah, I actually think Ellen has, believe it or not, better things to do than be on the new season of The Simple Life.
Yeah. And she has a hotter BFF than Paris anyway.
Really?
Portia de Rossi?
You think she's hotter than Paris
geez,
Hilton?
yes. I think a lot of people think
You know,
so.
Paris Hilton takes a lot of flack a lot of times these days, but she's not, let's be honest, as much as people don't like her for whatever reason, she's by no means ugly, Terry.
No, I know that.
All right, she can't dance. We saw that in a lot of the YouTube clips lately. There are a lot of YouTube clips going around of Paris Hilton being exposed for not being able to dance at all. Sickening, Terry. Sickening. When you come across a woman that cannot dance, I've told you that many times.
You
to
have.
find out Paris Hilton is one of those women, Terry, is really disturbing. But can't forget the fact that she's not an unattractive girl, Terry. She's a hot girl.
I
For
understand.
someone that goes to clubs a lot, you think she'd be practiced up now on dancing. Don't you think?
Either you got
she
it
gets
or
a
you
lot of
don't.
practice.
Either you got it or you don't. Either you have it in you or you don't. Either you
Can't learn to
ha-
dance.
You can't be taught to dance if it's not truly in you. I mean, you can be taught a couple of fine-tuning techniques, but if you don't have the basis, the foundation of being able to dance, you can't be taught that.
If you can't find the rhythm, it ain't never happening.
Yes. Thank you for breaking it down. I think you're getting it now.
All right.
Either the rhythm is in you
Yeah.
or it's not.
Now, if the rhythm's
Can't
gonna-
get a transplant.
What if the rhythm's going to get you? Is that?
Well, the rhythm is going to get you.
Yeah. That's something different, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Then the rhythm is going to get you.
All right. Well, that sums it up.
I don't know if they ever came up with an answer. But I'm excited about all this Paris stuff. It sounds very, very thrilling.
Yes, it should be fun.
Yes. What else is going on out there, please?
I don't know if you heard about this, but Donald Trump has invited Ashley Dupre to join his upcoming MTV reality show, which is basically going to attempt to turn little party girls into well-behaved young ladies.
You said MTV reality show?
Yes,
So Donald Trump and MTV have finally hooked up?
I guess.
Oh, it was so in the making for so long, Terry. It was a match made in heaven, and yet they hadn't gotten together for all these years. And now finally, Donald Trump and MTV have realized that they're just two that can't stay apart, and they're working together on a project.
Yes.
Wonderful. Because when I think MTV, I think of Donald Trump.
Young, hip, and relevant.
Yes.
Makes sense.
That's exactly what he strikes me as.
Oh, my gosh.
So he's working on a reality show with MTV, and he's offered Ashley Alexandra Dupre an important part in it.
Of course.
Well, I'll tell you this about Ashley Dupre, Terry. She better start accepting one of these little
tons of offers.
Invites that she's getting, because she's kind of hiding out in the shadows and the weeds right now, letting some of this stuff blow over, and sooner or later that's going to start to become a bad move, because she's starting to lose, even though it's only been a few weeks, a little bit of that relevant kind of status that if she doesn't start accepting something quick, the clock is ticking on that little 15 minutes that they talk about. I'm not necessarily one who believes in the concept of just 15 minutes, especially these days, but it's got to wear down sooner or later, so you better accept something. I don't know who you think you are all of a sudden, hiding out.
Well, she'll have to go back to her $5,000 an hour day job.
Yeah. That obviously ain't making ends meet.
Who needs that?
Well, she really wants to concentrate on her music. Maybe that's what she's doing. She's in the studio.
Oh, man.
She needs to stop.
She's that unrealistic, Terry. Has to. I mean, she had to hoe herself out, didn't she? Didn't it start to set in that her musical abilities weren't where they needed to be?
Right.
I mean, she was one who was capable of hoeing herself out for more than the average hoe, Terry.
Yes.
But still, she better not be falsely confident in thinking that she's got skills that she doesn't have. We know where her skills lie. Right over the schlong of a governor. And we know where they do not.
Right.
I think it should set in. It's amazing how warped people are. If here's a person who can't have it set in that her musical talents weren't where it needed to be, and she had to prostitute herself, then who the hell can figure out that they're not talented enough to make it? Didn't it click that I have to become a hooker because I can make it in the music industry? Doesn't that click?
No, she just, in her mind, she hasn't been discovered yet.
Yes.
So I have to do this until I'm discovered.
And didn't we read, too, that once she came out, that from her MySpace, her little tunes, shut up.
So everyone who thinks that they have it just believes they haven't been discovered yet.
Right.
There's no one out there saying, I'm close, but I just don't have what it takes.
No.
I don't think so. I think they just have not been discovered yet. It's everyone else's fault they haven't been discovered and signed.
No one is going to admit that they don't have it.
No.
Well,
It's a tough pill to swallow. Now what?
She said some things she's had to swallow that I would think would be tougher than a pill, but she can't be thinking, okay, this is my shot. I got to play it all right here and not come across as a hoe and accept every offer that comes my way.
Right.
And then I'll be on the top of the charts in no time.
Yep.
That's
There
what she's
you
really
go.
thinking.
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Yes, I agree.
Then she's going to blow her 15 minutes of fame. Because she's got to take these offers. They're high monetary offers. She's getting 7-figure offers.
Right.
No, this could damage the future of my musical career that is going to just now take off like a rocket.
She has an image to uphold, okay, T-Man? She doesn't whore herself out for anything. Come on.
She's got to accept one of these. She's not accepting. She hasn't accepted Larry Flint's offer.
No.
She hasn't accepted Playboy's offer.
Right.
She hasn't accepted Donald Trump's offer.
Or Joe Francis.
Donald Trump just wants to screw her.
Of course. It's so transparent.
It is obviously the case
So lame.
that Donald Trump wants the ass. What's the kind of show does it say any details about his show?
It doesn't give an actual name.
Of course not. There is no name. He just made it up.
Celebrity Apprentice just ended last week.
Right,
and nobody knew.
I know.
That's right. It did end.
It did.
Celebrity, I was reading online, it said on one of the websites I was reading, trying to keep up to date on what's going on in the world, it said, hey, if you don't want to find out who just won Celebrity Apprentice, click here. I'm like, I didn't even know what was going on.
Who won?
Didn't Trace Adkins win or something? A country guy? Country music guy?
But it's so over. I mean, The Apprentice was big the first 2 or 3 seasons. It actually had a nice run. You could applaud it for doing better than anyone imagined. And not just a one season and out kind of situation. It had 2 or 3 good seasons, but when it faded fast. I don't hear anyone talking about The Apprentice anymore. They thought Celebrity Apprentice would give it a little new flair and bring it back. Nobody cared.
Right.
And now he's working on a new project.
Yes. It's actually based on a show, on a British show called Ladette to Lady. Basically, Lady to Tramp.
Yes, Lady and the Tramp.
Right.
And Ashley Alexander Dupree would be who now?
She's, taking that little
have
tramp.
you in mind as the tramp.
and refining her.
Oh, it's a real My Fair Lady story. Yeah, the rain in Spain stays mainly on her ass.
Oh,
okay.
I'm getting married in the morning. great
So
tune.
she's a modern-day My Fair Lady situation.
Yes.
Yes. They're going to refine her.
Of course. Make her into a real lady.
Well, to accept that would be her admitting that she's not refined right now, Terry. And I don't know if Donald is aware, but she was a high-class hoe. And that means that she's the top of the food chain of the species, Terry. So I don't know why she would accept that.
Yeah. She's the best at what she does.
Angela, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi, T-Man. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. Just tired.
All right. Well, it is Monday. We'll cut you some slack. What can we do for you this morning?
Oh, I just had a suggestion for that guy's first-year anniversary, because me and my husband just had ours, like, in January.
A one-year anniversary is going around, Terry. A lot of people that got the first year under the belt.
Good job.
Oh, thank you, Terry.
You're
That's my husband's
welcome.
name, too.
You what?
That's my husband's name also, is Terry.
Oh, isn't that nice? So you could be screaming out your favorite co-host name, and your husband would never know.
I know. He's hot.
Yes, Terry tends to be attractive from time to time, yes.
Time to time.
Yes.
Well, we were flat broke for our anniversary.
Yes.
So he just got me a long stem red rose, some cream soda.
Oh, that was no rose. And what, a cream soda?
A&W cream soda.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's my favorite drink.
Wow. So, and that's all that was necessary. That was all that was needed to say I love you in as profound a way as a husband could say it. And you see, you don't have to go even close to the extra mile for you. I mean, that's the reason you get married, is to take the pressure off these kind of things, right? Even getting her a cream soda was going too far, Terry. Get your own cream soda,
But he
woman.
knew that was her favorite drink, and she knew that,
Who the hell drinks
romantic.
cream soda?
My grandfather loves it. So, like in the 40s, it was a big deal. Yeah, take a sarsaparilla and a cream soda.
You drink if it's not cream soda, it's ginger ale, huh?
That's right.
You love yourself a nice cream soda?
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow. You can handle the fizz?
Wow.
Well, I made him fried chicken, so I'm a southern girl, so he has me cook a lot.
They made homemade fried chicken?
Oh, yeah, there's no other way to make it. KFC just don't cut it.
All right. That's your opinion.
We got $600 billion that would say otherwise, but okay. Someone likes it.
I only went about 3 times last week, so must be crazy. But anyway, there it is.
All right.
If you take anything from that call, Terry, if the earlier caller who was racking his brain on how he could show love and not go outside of his budget on his first anniversary to his wife, if you could take anything from this call, it's that you really don't have to do much.
Right.
Dude got his wife a cream soda, and she's loving life.
Yes.
It's the nice, simple things in life.
And a long stem rose.
Aww.
Yeah.
Not even a dozen.
Is there any other kind of rose besides long stem? Well, you never heard anybody say, I got a short stem rose today. It's always long stem, right?
He didn't, well, if you're going to put it in your hair. He didn't even put the long stem, kind of goes out the back too far. But he didn't, you can clip it. He didn't even go to the grocery store and pull out 12 or 6, Terry.
Right.
Bought one, and then the next case over, pulled out a cream soda. Happy anniversary.
One-stop shop, my friend.
Talk about your one-stop shopping. He considered getting you a pack of bubble yum, too, but he didn't want to overdo it.
I don't want to spoil her.
Well, he got something else later, too, so.
Wow. That's it. See? And he got rewarded for this. He got paid. If you're not picking up on the reference, and I'm assuming just about everyone is, Terry, he got paid in VJ for being a quality husband, especially going to show to the lengths to show the love on the first anniversary. You paid him off in sex that night, huh?
Well, not all sex. I mean, there was foreplay, too, you know.
Fine. Okay. But I'm just focusing on what he enjoyed. Were you the total giver in the foreplay situation on that night?
Oh, I was a giver and a receiver. Better to give than to receive all the time.
That's right. From your point of view, yes.
Everyone loves a wiener, T-Man. You know that.
What? You know, from fried chicken to wieners, I can only take so much of this. Thank you for the call.
Don't you know that?
Like my grandma used to always say. Everyone has a wiener. I don't know. What'd she say? Everyone loves a wiener.
Everyone loves them.
All right.
With her cream sodas and her wieners.
Jeez.
Wow. Sad to think she's off the market, huh? Happy first anniversary to you as well.
Yes.
Caller, whatever your name was. I don't remember. But you're lovely. And easily satisfied. And that's nice,
great.
Terry.
Yes.
That's the kind of woman you want to be married to.
Sure.
Not the woman who's not easily satisfied. That's a tough life. Here's a cream soda for you. Happy anniversary. Oh, get in the bed right now, big man.
A cream soda.
You're going to get rewarded for this.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Is that how easy it is, man?
Well, for her, yeah.
Wow.
And for him, I guess I should say.
Man, I hope you shook the bottle because I want the cream all over me.
Wow.
There's nothing says happy anniversary better than... I don't even know what companies, what brands make this.
A&W does.
A&W, does Coca-Cola even make a cream soda?
I don't know. Jones or Hires. I'm sure there's a bunch of them out there.
Yeah.
Cream, I don't think I've ever tasted cream soda.
That's really good.
It is kind of good.
What is it? It tastes vanilla-y or
Yes.
what? Really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I can go back to the drugstore.
Oh, geez.
It's really good.
Ready to go on a drugstore run. The drugstore's going to have cream soda?
Of course.
If you want to diagnose all your cavities, take a swig of that. You know exactly where they are.
Ow, there's the pain.
Yep, right there, man.
So a little sweet is what you say?
A little sweet, yes.
And put some ice cream in it. Tasty.
Oh, jeez. I don't know about all that.
Terry can't have cream soda without making it afloat.
Everything afloat.
I love floats.
Everything's got to be...
Not creamy and sugary enough. Where's the ice cream?
So it's in the root beer family, would you say?
Yes.
I would say,
All right,
yeah.
'cause I love root beer, but I've never had cream soda, I think.
I think you'd like it.
All right. Corey, yes. Are you there, Corey?
I'm here, T-Man.
What's up, Corey?
Not much. Good morning, Terry.
What can I do if you really... I'm up against a hard break, I'm just realizing. So you got 30 seconds. What do you got?
I'm agreeing with you 100% in all your takes you got, but when it comes to Paris, she's not there. She's like a Barbie doll gone bad. She's involved with the Chucky family.
All right, fine. If you want to say you don't think Paris Hilton's not that hot, then we could probably find a place to agree. But
Actually, Dupree, you agree with that. I agree with that.
when it comes down to the average-looking woman out there, if you're going on a blind date, it turns out to be Paris Hilton. All right, not the status of Paris Hilton, but she looks exactly like Paris Hilton. The person you're sitting across from at dinner is Paris Hilton.
She sells real estate for a living.
All right, yeah. It's the real estate Paris. All right, you pretend like we never knew who Paris Hilton was.
Right.
All right?
Got
and
it.
then you go on a blind date, and you wind up across the table from Paris Hilton. You're not kicking your friend's ass later that night.
You're going to run over and hug him really quick
You're
and
going
go
to
back
run
to your
over,
date.
you're going to thank him. So don't tell me Paris Hilton's ugly.
Yeah.
Say what you want, and yeah, she's not blowing you away with hotness, but she's far from ugly. Let's not lose perspective on that, all right? The T-Man Show.
And here to throw out the inaugural pitch at Nationals Park to mark a new era of Washington baseball, the President of the United States.
Yeah, did you hear the President get booed last night to start the Major League Baseball season at the brand new park for the Washington Nationals? It was pretty telling, pretty embarrassing, I guess, for the country. But there were some cheers.
Sure.
I mean, he was booed pretty badly. I think he had a no, given his approval rating being at 25%. The likelihood was there was going to be some boos. So he accepted the offer of throwing out the first pitch, knowing he was going to head up there and be booed to some extent. So you got to give the man some credit. I mean, I even started feeling bad for how the boos were drowning out the cheers, Terry.
You got to give him credit for manning up. He definitely could have canceled and taken a pass and sent somebody else up there.
He could have sent someone else up there because he had to know the boos were going to be in play.
Sure.
Maybe not to this extent. I don't know. You tell me if you think the boos are louder than you think they would have been.
And here to throw out the inaugural pitch at Nationals Park to mark a new era of Washington baseball, the President of the United States.
Maybe they're not that bad. I think if you listen carefully, you can hear some lady scream, "You suck!"
That's nice.
Probably more than that, saying that.
It actually sounds like one really big bellowed guy booing.
Yeah. It's like, That was me. I was at this game. I stood right by the microphone and screamed right in it.
Maybe it wasn't so bad.
I think it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad for a president.
I think it went on for a little long period of time, too.
Yeah, well, he's all walking to the mound.
Yeah, but...
Throwing a pitch right down the middle of the plate. It gets right on the rubber, Terry.
Oh, yeah, he ain't afraid of the rubber.
And I just feel bad that we have to live in a country where he's a nice enough guy, Terry. I feel bad for him at this point.
Okay.
To be booed like that. Come on.
All right.
And I don't agree with a lot of the decisions, obviously, I've talked about through the years, Terry, but I mean, I think deep inside lies a nice man that didn't need that.
Okay.
He's the most unpopular president in the history of this country, though.
Yeah, there is that.
So, I mean, we do live in a country where you're allowed to express your views towards our leaders.
I'm not joking, though. Listen really carefully. I think you can hear. If we all be quiet.
Turn it up.
There's a point where you hear a woman's voice go, "You suck!"
Nice.
And I think this is probably of all the parks of Major League Baseball, this is probably the park he's least likely to be booed at because they all live around the neighborhood.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I was thinking.
It's like, I saw you at the 7-Eleven the other day. I know where you live.
Now I'm going to buy that one so you can never go there again.
And here to throw out the inaugural pitch at Nationals Park to mark a new era of Washington baseball, the President of the United States.
See what I mean about the one big bellowed guy?
But still...
Makes it sound louder than it really is.
I'm glad it wasn't bat night.
Oh, wow.
Could have been ugly.
I know, bats flying everywhere.
To mark a new era of Washington baseball, the President of the United States.
Hey, listen, here it comes.
Wow.
Is that it? Can you hear it? You suck!
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's very
good.
Very eloquent. I've analyzed your performance over the past 7 years, and I've come to the conclusion, you suck!
She's an expert, too.
Yeah, she sounds like one.
He had a couple butterflies in his stomach waiting
no
to go out there. Oh, man.
Washington baseball, the President of the United States.
All right, there you go. Nice. There's your baseball season getting kicked off in rousing fashion.
Yep.
Play ball.
Yeah, right.
All right.
That's great.
Well, yes. Give him credit for knowing that was the likely scenario and walking out there with a smile.
There you go.
He said his approval rating's at 25. It's actually 19 right now. So
It's not at 19%.
Giving him too much credit.
No, it's not at 19%.
19%.
I don't know where you're reading from. It's not 19%. I thought 25 was actually me skewing to the lower side than it probably is. It's not 19%.
You sure?
Where you get 19%?
I just read it.
Where'd you read it? All right.
I don't know if it's accurate.
Hand it over. Well, all right. His approval rating is 19%. His disapproval rating is 77%. So there's a little leeway in there.
Okay.
All right.
So 21.
Yeah, it's not like he hasn't seen these figures.
Right.
He knows where he stands with the people in their minds, and yet he put on his Washington Nationals jacket.
Went on out there.
With his foam finger.
Yeah.
His little pennant and went out there and threw a strike down the middle. He threw some heat, too.
Way to go.
He probably doesn't care anymore. Just wants this to be over.
Yeah.
When is this going to end?
Yeah, when's the election again?
Well, but if he wanted it to be over, he could have hid in the shadows, is what I'm saying,
right.
and hung out in the White House watching the game, as opposed to, I bet they have a nice big screen in the White House.
You
And
can probably find a TV there if you look hard enough.
Yeah, and he didn't have to head out there and deal with what was the likely scenario.
Yeah.
So I actually give him credit.
Oh, we should re-elect him for a third term. They're going to reinstate that.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Wow.
A constitutional amendment to allow a third term for this president because he deserves it more than anyone else that has ever come before him. Okay. What else is going on in this world where...
I love that.
No, you're not capturing the sound of the guy who really bellowed.
All right.
I can't even do it. I can't get that low. That actually hurt.
That's great.
I have an update for you on the whole nipple ring situation with the TSA that we talked about on Friday. We all know that the woman...
I got some emails I got to read, Terry.
Okay.
We all know the woman got stopped and harassed.
Yes, and she hired Gloria Allred and all that good stuff.
She got tugged at.
Yeah,
She got nibbled on because of her nipple ring, and it set off the security little situation.
Right.
What airport was it, in Houston?
In Lubbock, Texas.
In Texas?
Yes.
That sounds like a smaller airport than the majors. In Lubbock, Texas?
Yes.
That's where they can get away with a little harassment.
Well, not anymore.
And hopefully it doesn't make big news, but they were a little bit wrong here.
Yes.
Only one plane in and out of here. If you want on it, you'll do what we tell you.
Wow.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on a second. I got an email here that I want to get to. Make sure I don't forget about this at some point, either today or this week, Terry. Is there such a thing, by the way, as snug fit condoms? Have you ever heard of snug fit? Would they ever put snug fit on a box of condoms? The word snug fit?
I don't know.
Aren't they all pretty snug?
Because, well, maybe someone as massive as
I thought that was the nature of them, so they stay on and make them kind of snug.
Well, apparently, this girl is writing us because she did the purchasing of the condoms for her and her boyfriend, and because she bought snug fit condoms, he got a little bit angered about her choice in condom purchasing, and was saying he doesn't need snug fit, he needs magnums. What is she thinking? And he got all bent out of shape, and she was all taken aback by how violently outraged he got.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll have to read this email at some point. But I just wanted to know, have you ever seen...
I've never seen...
They wouldn't dare, because no one would ever sit up there at the cashier ready to buy their snug fit condoms. Right. So what is she talking about?
The man with the little one.
Oh,
jeez. Is she just calling them snug fit condoms, meaning that they're just the regular condoms and he wanted magnums, or what?
I don't know. I can't tell you that.
They're not putting the word snug fit on condoms, are they?
I don't know.
What is this? Oh, Pasty just printed out for me.
Oh, yeah, I got it out of my pocket.
Look at this.
Do they?
He printed out a picture of an image of lifestyle condoms with the words snugger fit on. Snugger fit.
But what would the company tell you that means? Not for guys for small ones. Just
That's
make
what
sure
it
they
means.
don't fall off. No, come on.
It's for someone who's got a pencil dick.
That's what the company would tell you?
Oh, wow.
They wouldn't tell you that, but it's for a guy who's got a thinner or a smaller situation.
Thinner or smaller.
And you want to keep it on, so you have no choice but to buy a smaller condom.
Oh, wow.
Oh, do you want to hear some customer reviews?
Customer reviews on the snugger fit condoms?
Hear about it.
I would love to hear some customer reviews. In the past, I was swimming in that thing. Now, with the snugger fit condom, I feel massive again.
They're getting 5-star reviews, by the way.
Yes.
One of them is...
They're obviously anonymous reviews, Terry. I don't think the name and and email address and age and hometown is written next to the review, is it?
No. You were correct. They are anonymous. They don't
first name only.
No, they don't even
in quotes. Right. All right. What are the reviews? What do they say about the snugger? So there's my answer. There is snug fit condoms.
Yeah, because you said lifestyle, and so I went there.
Because I never heard of such a thing. I never needed to look into whether there is a smaller variation of condom available. So instead of writing the word small or XS.
You're small.
Instead of writing some real, true, dead-on reference to it being a small condom, they try to make it seem all cozy.
Yeah.
Like a snugger fit.
So they want to get it like some kind of pragmatic purpose. Well, we want it to stay on, a little better for you.
Well, that is the real reason behind it.
I know. But
I just love the choice of words.
Yeah,
snugger fit. Sounds like cutesy.
Well,
it's very creative.
This one guy says, I am long but slim. A girlfriend got me smaller condoms.
Oh, he's so long.
But they weren't long enough. These guys stay put and are still there for rounds 2 and 3.
I don't know if I want it for round 2 and 3.
Well.
Man.
Or 1 for that matter.
Yeah, I don't even want it for round 1. I get the point, Pasty. You don't have to put me on all these others.
Right, here's one out of the wrapper. All right, here's one with on me. And then
here's one on my bedroom floor.
Right.
I get the point, Pasty. 1 was enough. I don't need any more images now, just so you know. He's printing me out all kinds of images of Snuggerfit.
Wow, great.
The Snuggerfit condoms, Terry. Well, okay, now that I at least know that they exist, this letter makes more sense to me. Because this emailer wrote that she brought over to her boyfriend's joint a box of condoms, and it was the snug fit version, and he went off the deep end and was saying not only does he not need snug fit, but she should have bought magnums. And he basically was ready to kill her. I could see that, too. Men don't like to be insulted over.
No, I know.
Men don't like to be insulted over the schlong, Terry.
Right.
But she could have just played it off as, I just grabbed the box. I didn't even know. Don't kill me. Wow.
They are so snug, it's almost like not wearing anything. Love them.
Whatever. It's always like wearing something.
Exceptional. They fit well, and you barely feel them.
Because you barely feel it.
Yeah.
I would be pissed. I could see this guy's point, so to speak.
These condoms are awesome.
He wish he could.
They seldom slide off.
They seldom slide off.
They're the only kind we use.
It's the only kind you have a choice to use.
Yeah.
If you're using Snugger Fit condoms, you're using it for a reason. It's not because you want to break out of it like Hulk Hogan in his T-shirt.
That's what I do from time to time.
Just bust out of your condom.
What guy says it works like, the ring?
Like the ring?
Yeah.
Oh, so it keeps them engorged?
Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
Oh, they're starting to sell me out a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to purchase.
Fit is tight, so you feel everything.
Yeah, the letter writer wants to know why I got so upset, and I could say right now that if any woman handed me with a ready-for-action kind of mode in play here, if we were ready to throw down, Terry, and then she handed me a snug fit condom.
Snugger fit.
Yeah, I'm not sitting, like, brushing it off. I'm not letting it slide. Like, what is this? What are you telling me? You ready to deal with the massiveness? Okay, you're going to have to pay the price now, baby.
Pay the price.
Love making women pay. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
How about I didn't do anything wrong?
I just... You don't see that? Is that doing something wrong? To handing a guy a snug fit condom, you better be damn sure he's the snug fit guy. And even if he
That is true, but you know what?
even if he is, he's really going to be more likely to go off the deep end for you telling him that you know he's snug fit.
Well, but like he doesn't know.
Unless you've already established.
He's got to be okay with himself. Definitely that.
Listen to me clearly. This is very important so no woman gets killed out there. Unless because this is seriously where men's minds snap.
Okay.
All right? I'm just truly trying to protect someone out there.
Right.
Unless he's already established in your relationship that he uses snug fit condoms, don't be the first to offer the introduction of the snug fit condom to your sex world, okay? Unless you are seriously ready to be choked out. Because you cannot guarantee that some guy is not going to snap when he sees a woman hand him a snug fit condom, unless, as I said, it's already been established
that he uses
those condoms.
Right.
And you have to make a point to notice, how cute, isn't it? Or no, maybe not say that. But
how cute. A snugger fit.
Just make it so you've pointed out that it's registered what kind of condom you guys are using. Oh, lifestyles. Don't draw attention to the snug fit part, but just make a point to have him notice that you've noticed the condoms that you guys are using so that when you buy them in the future, you don't get choked out.
That seems really confusing. I'm just going to stay home.
You may just want to stay home.
A little touchy selfie never hurt anyone. Feelings never get hurt.
But still, a guy, really, I mean, you know yourself, and why would it be such an insult? I mean, at least you guys can talk about it.
Maybe you know yourself a little too damn well. And it's
you want to satisfy the woman even though you're not a proportionate size, right?
You got to do what now?
Want to please the woman you're with.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this term.
Yes, I know you're not, but...
Terry, I'm just trying to truly do a service to the female community out there.
Okay.
And unless you want to wind up at the bottom of some reservoir in shackles and a bag.
I do, yes.
Unless your true destiny in life and your goal in life is to wind up in a sack at the bottom of some river, Terry. And maybe that's a little extreme, but you never know. Okay, if I can prevent some woman from winding up, having her fate be at the bottom of some body of water in a sack.
The bowling ball attached to her ankle.
Right. Wow. If I could prevent one possible scenario like that, then I'm going to go on with what I'm saying here. And what I'm saying is very important. Don't make the first offering for snug fit condoms to any guy, no matter how stable you may think he is. Any guy is capable of snapping in the right circumstance. Trust me on that.
Okay.
Any guy, calm guy, middle of the road guy, high strung guy, very effervescent, that kind of guy. Doesn't matter who he is. Any guy is capable of snapping in the right set of circumstances. Hopefully, to the average guy, it takes a lot of extreme circumstances to come about for a guy to snap. But any human being is capable of snapping.
Right.
The effervescent guy more likely to snap than him.
Do not offer snug fit condoms to any guy unless you're damn sure it's been established that he knows that that's what you use. All right?
All right.
Okay.
So you're basically just kind of feeling out the situation. You're kind of waiting for him to bring it up or bring him out.
Bring it to put him in play. He's got to have the confidence to put him in play.
Okay.
Because trust me, a guy with a small dilly, Terry, would rather swim in a regular size condom, to be swimming all around in there, than to admit that he needs to use snug fit condoms.
You got to be pretty small for it to not fit at all. I mean, come on. Snug fit, you really need those?
Does a woman want you to stash a douche under her pillow?
Oh, that's subtle.
What message does that send? Hey, you may want to use this. But a guy isn't as worried about being choked out as a woman should be, Terry, because when it comes down to it, when it comes down to physical strength, a man has more of it than a woman does. That's just the laws of nature. In the general sense, women have more to be afraid of as far as physical confrontation as men do. So a man could get away with handing a woman a douche and not worried about what her reaction is going to be.
Should be pretty hurt, though.
Oh, yeah.
And even with that said, a woman's reaction to being told that she needs to douche is not going to be as dramatic as a man being told, these are the condoms for you. No guy wants to be in that spot.
Is there an equivalent or no?
I don't know if there is a equivalent. I thought the douche analogy might be close, but now that I've said it out loud, I realize it's not even that close.
Oh,
really?
Yes, the female equivalent of a guy being told he's got a small, little pecker there.
Not good.
Terry, I mean...
No, I appreciate
Telling a woman
that.
that she has issues down there, that's got to sting a little.
Yeah,
more ways than one. Telling a woman that she's got issues down there is going to sting, no doubt, but not perhaps as much as a guy being told by a woman that he's got a small situation, and here's the condom for you. Here you go.
But would you rather that once she finds out he's got a small situation, she like, gotta go, that type of situation?
Gotta go. Could get you in trouble if you don't act right about it, too, Terry. I'm not trying to promote the violent world, Terry. I'm just trying to keep people clear of it if I can. And I'm telling you the things that are serious trigger points as far as a man snapping.
Okay.
Snugger fit condoms? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, bad.
Especially now we know what they mean. Man. I'm sorry. I can't breathe. That could be the situation you're dealing with.
Okay.
I love you. Scary. Indeed. A lot of emails I want to get through here, Terry.
Okay.
She wanted to know why he got so bent out of shape, so to speak. He wishes he was big enough to get bent out of shape.
At least she's willing enough to have,
I don't even know.
Stay with him, right?
She likes him. Yeah,
right.
That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it, Terry. I'm not saying a woman can't fall in love with a guy with a smaller one. Where are you taking this? Maybe you can't imagine.
No, I'm just...
She likes him, right?
No, I'm saying that he should look positively upon it. But you're saying...
Every guy wants to look positively upon a small little dilly there, Terry.
Well,
I got a tiny little cranker, but I'm going to look at the positive side.
Yeah, and what are those again? Where's the positive side?
Is that I could be falling in love with. Of course, there are a lot of women out there who are having a happy life with guys with a small one. You're the one who seems like you need to be told this more than anyone, Terry.
Oh, God.
Because you would never stoop that low. Yes, when he saw what kind of condoms I bought, he went absolutely livid. All right. He was livid. He went livid. Can he go livid?
I don't think that's right.
I think we know what she means. Anyway, he said it was basically telling him that his manhood was small. And he went then on to tell me that I should have bought him magnums.
Right. Not just normal. He wants to go the other way now to really overcompensate.
I don't see what the big deal is.
Magnums.
Why was he so offended by this? You're lucky you're alive. That's all I can tell the letter writer who wrote this email to me. You're lucky you're alive. All right?
Got it.
And don't clip out any penis enhancement advertisements to try to make up for it. Or don't, just leave it alone now. You're lucky you're alive. Leave it alone.
That wouldn't bug me as bad, I don't think, the enhancement. That's a medical issue more than a physical deformity or whatever.
No, most enhancements stem from guys having small ones and wanting to be bigger.
But you say enhancement, you don't mean like Viagra.
No, I'm talking about penis enlargement.
Okay, well, yeah, of course.
You see all those advertisements in the sports section of every newspaper for penis enlargement?
The ones I cut out and put in the notebook? Yeah, those ones?
Yeah, those ones.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. No woman should hand a guy an ad for that, and no woman should be buying snug-fit condoms unless it's been already determined that that's what he uses. End of story. I've said it now a couple of times.
All right.
I hope I saved a life. Let's move on.
Gotcha.
You have a quick little story for me, or what?
I told you that I had the update on the whole nipple ring thing.
Oh, I thought we already went through that.
No, you didn't let me finish. You went to your letters.
All right, go and finish.
Just to let you know, they...
I said that a few times.
Go ahead. Go and finish on your own.
Come out.
They issued a statement saying that even though the officers actually, followed protocol and everything.
Yeah, they always do.
They did decide to change their policy.
Right.
And in the future, passengers with nipple rings can either, 1, remove them, or 2, have their nipple rings visually inspected by a TSA officer.
I want to be the guy who visually inspects the nipple ring.
They also said that they,
Isn't that what got him in trouble in the first place, or no?
Well, no.
Oh.
She asked if they wanted to, and just see the visual, and they said no. She had to take them out.
Does anyone know anyone that actually got penis enhancement, penis enlargement surgery?
That's not a real thing. I think it's like butt implants.
If it's not the real thing, fine. You don't see in every sports section of every newspaper in America ad for butt implants.
Right.
You do see in every major sports section of every major newspaper, you do see the ads for penis enlargement. So obviously there's got to be more to the penis enlargement surgery than there is the butt enhancement surgery. So I ask again.
Don't know.
Does anyone know anybody?
I don't know anybody. What are you doing here?
Does anybody?
Leave me alone.
Does anyone know of anybody that's gotten the penis enlargement surgery? Just a little question. Scientific one, whatever you want to see it as.
Closest I got was a friend of a friend who said that. Right. He said it stayed permanently in that erect situation, so it was bad. It went wrong on him.
So he got the surgery, and it was
stayed that way the whole time. He had to walk around town like that all the time. He's probably just kidding, but
so it doesn't get flaccid.
Yes, that's what he was saying.
Well, that could be a tad uncomfortable.
I would agree.
Yes,
especially for the guy you're standing behind on the bus.
Now there's someone on the line.
Yes.
There are obviously a number of people on the line that want to say that they know someone at this time. They're rushing to the phone lines, I see, but there's one person in particular that may be of more interest to anyone I don't know that wants to give his thoughts on knowing someone, and based on the question I just asked, and tell me if you want to hear a response from this guy.
He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Craigslist ad brings out all types, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
I don't think we were looking to hear from you, Gay.
There's 2 different types of surgery that you can have.
He's just going to go on now. Yes, he's the expert here.
There really is. I know somebody that's had one of them, but not the other. One actually cuts the tendon.
Okay, settle down.
No.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
We understand. With all the sports hoopla going on this weekend, WrestleMania, the big dance, there was nothing for you to do, and now you're trying to get back in the swing of things. Is that where we're really coming from here this morning, or what?
Of course. Of course. There was sports on this weekend? What are you talking about?
MMA action, something for everyone, Terry, who's got any interest in sports.
Yeah, I didn't get any action this weekend.
Gay phone operators got nothing going on. What was the highlight of your weekend, Gay?
Last night drinking 10 Coronas on my webcam and talking and chatting and dancing.
So you're alone in your apartment.
Yeah.
But you're really not alone because you have your community of friends that you're conversating with at all times on your little gay cam there.
Faux friends.
Totally.
Your little faux friends, and you're downing Coronas.
Oh, God, I did. It was crazy last night.
Is that really a part of the stomach stapling surgery post-op situation that you're supposed to be taking down 10 Coronas on a nightly basis, or what?
I don't take down 10 Coronas on a nightly basis, but, they tell you to watch what you drink because you get drunk after, 2 sips. But it was a good night last night.
That's a good night.
Well, it was a crazy night last night.
How could it be a crazy night when you're alone in your apartment? How was that a crazy night? Did
Because
it turn
I
into
was
something?
chatting with people. It was fun. We were listening to music. It was a good time.
It turned into such a crazy chat.
Crazy.
We listen to music and everything. Oh, music. All right.
Gay.
What?
It's not exactly speaking volumes for how exciting your life is if your definition of a crazy night is sitting alone in your apartment, downing Coronas by yourself, and talking about how crazy the chat got.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying this doesn't bode well for where you've come now. The way your mind is now interpreting things, for you to evaluate this as a crazy night does not seem like a big positive as far as where you're at age 38.
3 years ago, me sitting on my fat ass, crying, doing nothing, not talking to anybody,
Wish I had that on tape.
was so much better than what I did last night.
Well,
my life
I'd say
has
it's pretty
improved.
equal.
Yeah.
No,
What's the
my
difference,
life has
really?
improved greatly.
Well, I'm not seeing how the big upgrade of downing Corona, drinking by yourself, and chatting away is really the hugest upgrade from what you just described.
It is much better.
Why?
Much better. God, Jerko was online. Everybody was online.
Everybody was online.
Why didn't you say so? I didn't realize it was that wacky. Jerko was there.
No way. Why was I not there? Nobody called me.
I probably text messaged you, and I don't remember, but you could have come in the room.
I obviously jumped the gun on saying that this doesn't sound like a big-time night, Terry. I didn't know that Jerko showed up.
Wow.
Jerko was part of the chat?
Jerko was part of the chat.
Who the hell is Jerko?
Jerko, he's a regular.
She's a regular. Yes.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, and Mrs. Jerko, his
And
wife.
Mrs. Jerko, yeah.
They're more of Gay's new faux friends. Little
So more of your faux friends are going to threaten to sue the company if we talk about the situation?
They'll hurt him at some point.
The faux friend that threatened to sue the company is a total dick, okay?
All right, take it easy.
Whatever.
Yes.
No, but
So
we did do something really positive last night.
Is that what's going to be with Jerko? Is Jerko going to all of a sudden, it's just a matter of time before you and him are at each other's throats, or you especially because he didn't accept your advances or something like that, or what?
He's never going to put out, and I'm not going to try with him. That's not the point. No, but listen, we did do something positive last night. We planned the next Terry Cam party.
Because the first one was such a rousing success.
Well, look at all the friends he made.
Hey, ruined the marriage.
Yeah.
No, he didn't ruin it.
He deserved it, okay?
All right,
Don't
take it
even
easy.
blame that on me. I'm not the one that kissed him.
When is the next? When is the next gay phone operator Terry Cam? Inspiring little get together.
Well, it's a combination Jerko birthday party and Terry Cam party.
Well, how could you leave Jerko out if it's his birthday? That's
We're
amazing.
inviting everybody. It's going to be at nighttime this time, so more people can go.
Well, how can we follow along with all the fun and just
We will take
outrageous
photos,
festivities?
We will take video, and we will post them. It's going to be on April 12th. And if you go to my live journal or my website, you'll see.
No, that's all I need to hear.
Oh, thank you.
Live journal. Oh, I hope it's updated.
It's always updated. It's live.
Oh, my bad. What was I thinking?
Busy that day. Sorry.
And he's got a lot of time on his hands to keep it flowing, so to speak. If anyone can maintain a live journal, it's gay phone operator.
No question.
The weirdest existence.
Pound 10 beers and dance in your apartment by yourself.
On camera.
Oh, it was such a good night last night.
Unbelievable.
Here's the reaction to the last night big extravaganza that Gay was loving from everyone else. Oh, this is so cool. We're having such a good time.
Do that one move again.
Here goes Corona number 9. The T-Man Show. Yeah. Do you think gay phone operator ever got my point that you can not have a good night if you're sitting alone in your apartment drinking beers and just doing nothing but a chat? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Does anyone get my point, Terry?
No, not really. I understand where he's coming from, because I think you can have a good time, and I totally get it, because I've been to his chat room, but you have to understand.
You cannot have a good time if you're drinking alone in your apartment.
But really, you're not drinking alone because you've got all these other people on cam.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. You've been brainwashed, too.
No, but it's nice because you can actually kind of communicate with other people from all over the place.
I understand
when
the concept
you really
of the chat room.
can.
Thank you so much.
And you actually get to see them.
I understand the
So it's like
concept
they're
of the
there.
modern-day chat room. Yes, everyone's got webcams. I
So
get
they're
it.
there.
And it could be very much of a fun and a good thing if you're a little bit lonely to pass an hour, maybe.
Right.
But you don't qualify those nights. You don't label those nights as, oh, it was such a good night last night.
Awesome.
Let me tell you all about it. Oh, did I mention Jerko was there?
Oh, really? Why'd you say so?
You got to lead with that. That's your headline.
Lead with that. That's how you get people involved early.
I get it. The chat rooms can help pass the time. They can be stimulating. They can be exciting. They can be this, that, and the other thing. But it never, in and of itself, can make a night a great night.
But he also said, but he said Mrs. Jerko's going to be there too.
Let me.
All right, never mind. I'm not going on with this.
I was going to give you a situation and ask you if it's anything different.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a situation, and I will tell you if it's any different. Yeah.
So let's say you're at home in your little office, got your cam up, and you log on to one of those sexual chat rooms, and you see, you're sitting there chatting to two girls and asking them to do various things for you. Is it any different? And you come away feeling really satisfied.
It's pretty...
Because you were able to...
No, I realize deep within me how pathetic my existence has become, but it can be a little bit of a rush at the momentary. But I'm never going to say, I've never had such a good Sunday night in such a long time.
Highlight of the weekend.
Terry,
saying something.
Did you hear? Let's listen again. Let's go over the key bullet points of his evening. Alone in his apartment, drinking by himself, 10 Coronas. It's a hefty number for anyone, no matter how large or small they are. Okay, Terry? All right, even the heavyweights, once they hit double digits in beer intake, that's a serious drinking night. Right or wrong?
Yeah, that's
some
10
serious...
beers is 10 beers.
10 beers is 10 beers.
It's like 10 shots.
Right, I understand that.
That sounds like peeing for 12 hours straight.
Oh,
yes. I can't, unless you're a serious alcoholic. You don't drink 10 beers in your home by yourself under any circumstances, Terry.
Especially on a Sunday.
But he's not really by himself because he's actually socializing with people.
All right, that's where we'll have a little bit of a difference, but I'm not even going to fight you on that.
Because it's not like, okay, nobody's around, the phone's off, TV, just you and the TV sitting there.
Fine, even if you consider that not by himself, which I would argue with you on, all right? But I'm not going to even take the time. But I'm going to give you that point.
Okay.
Even if you say, okay, he wasn't alone because he's in his chat room with his buddies.
Right.
The bottom line is, given all that we just discussed, that being the long and short of the entire highlights of the evening, that could never be described as, it was such a great night. Never could you use that kind of emotion to describe how the night was with that kind of enthusiasm. Never. There's no way to pull that off.
But you fellas will sit on the internet and play your little games with other people and go, "Oh God, it was great because I was with 500 other thousand people," or same thing.
No, not really.
Yes.
That's all right.
Are you actually socializing with somebody? No, you're watching a video game.
You're not listening to his point. We wouldn't say, that was the best part of our weekend. It was the greatest night. It was so fun.
There has
Something
been.
we did.
Yeah, if I'm at home playing video games on a given night, and that's all I'm doing for the night, I'm like, I didn't really do much. Just sat home playing video games. Kind of like with the fetus type tone of voice. Do you hear the way I'm saying that?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't really do anything last night. Just sat home. I was Xbox Live in it with a bunch of dudes, and I was just on porn sites all night. It's almost like I'm apologizing for not having anything good to report or any positive information as far as anything big time that I did. All right? I'm not... You hear the difference in flair, Terry?
I do. However, there's been plenty of times I've heard that kind of flair in Hot Shot's voice and VTP's voice about their weekends. Yes.
Even I, who love my porn sites, Terry, I'm never going to describe it as, such a great Saturday night. I got drunk, and I actually corresponded with this porn star for about 2 hours.
No way. A real person?
And then Jerko showed up.
Oh, what about Mrs. Jerko?
Mm-hmm.
She's your guys.
You know what? There's a difference.
Faux friends.
Fantasy world.
So first of all, they're not faux friends. They're very good friends.
But when someone has a personality that they can't have real friends because you make enemies with all your friends over time.
I don't make enemies of all my friends. I make enemies of people that screw me over.
Which excludes nobody, because in your mind, everyone has screwed you over at some point in your life.
Not yet.
And he's the kind of guy that never forgets or forgives, Terry?
No, I never forget, and I never forget.
So once you cross gay phone operator,
you're done.
You're an enemy for life.
Yeah.
Which is not a good quality in any person, Gay. You should be able to maybe not forget, but forgive on all circumstances, just about.
No one deserves a second chance in his life. But
the fact that anyone could do something even mildly to his dislike, and he then just becomes their biggest enemy and will call their boss, try to get him fired, destroy lives. That's the kind of life that gay phone operators live in, which is why nights like this are described as great nights. Because he thinks these are friends.
They're all friends.
Mm-hmm. Well, when's the big get-together again? April 12th?
April 12th.
Is that a Friday or Saturday night?
It's a Saturday night.
All right, maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll show up. Maybe I'll be able to get Dizzle all good and drunk, Terry.
There you go.
Put it right in a Steiner. You know?
Wow. We have a loose fit condom for you if you need.
I'm not saying I may not do a flyby, Gay.
You want it?
Well, it depends on where you're having it.
I'll send you directions.
To be very frank with you, if you're having it at a gay bar, I probably won't be there.
It's not at a gay bar.
All right. If you're having it at a kind of mainstream spot, I just know that weekend my wife will be out of town.
Oh, jeez.
I'll probably have nothing to do but either play Xbox Live all night, and
Think?
It'll be a great night.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually going to be at the Jerko's house.
Okay, I won't be there.
Anyway. It's a regular old house
I don't
party.
see myself ever in my lifetime, Terry, knocking on the door of a guy who calls himself Jerko.
Hey, is Jerko here? Huh?
All right. Now, I'm not trying to profess or portray myself as above anyone, because I'm not, Terry.
Okay.
But with that said, I still will never see myself in the posture of knocking on the door, waiting for Jerko or a family member of Jerko's to answer.
You see Gay standing in the background with a handful of chips. Glad you're here.
A handful of chips? Are you kidding? He's already done a swan dive into the chip bowl.
Wow.
Gay.
Yeah, I'll probably pass.
What?
If you guys would just have it at like a normal club, even if you like rented out a room at a club, whatever. If you want some privacy, if you want it to be at all your own, then can't you guys scratch together enough cash to rent out a little room somewhere or something?
No, do you want to chip in for it? You want to do it, we'll do it. We'll make it big.
I thought you already assumed this is big.
It is big, but then it'll be bigger if you want to have it done in a public club.
Oh, how far? Man, how'd you let me get... Oh, hang on.
Jeez.
Look at the time, man.
He's holding up the sign, isn't he?
They're going to have to get refunds.
I was buying a new outfit for the party online.
Do you hear me?
A little distracted.
You hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can now.
Oh, okay. Wasn't even paying attention. The T-Man Show. Wow. Don't make that face. You know, this is my song of the year 2007. I mean, yeah, we're well to today now.
He was yelling gay, gay, gay during the chorus.
You're right. Listen. Say what you want about that song. It's my song of the year for 2007. You come in with a song that's more big time for 2007, and then maybe you'll convince me. That you could say what you want about it. Maybe I get the sense you probably stopped playing it in the clubs by now.
Oh, yeah. You think it was like a month after it came out. I'm like, oh, this song is whack now.
All right, so fine. You're supposed to stop playing a song after a month of playing it in the clubs. We get that. Doesn't mean like
that song would actually do like negative things.
What's the big time of the song of the year? What's the song of the year for 2007 if it's not that?
Buy you a drink.
Buy you a drink. Whatever, dude.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm for real. Don't tell me. Fine. T-Pain's fine. Don't get me wrong, but don't tell me that as far as...
Way bigger than gay little umbrella.
Gay little umbrella.
Flat ass Rihanna.
First of all.
Whoa. Like she's not hot.
No, she's hot, but I'm just
way hot. And she was just at, where was she at? Ruby Sky on Friday night. Really? And everyone was calling in this morning saying they never saw Rihanna put on a show like that. And they've seen Rihanna before. The people who know the scene, okay, say that she and her performance, like, she's getting better. And that only makes sense that she would get better as she goes along because she's young and she's still learning. And she's learning quick because she's everywhere now. But they say Friday night she tore ass up. All right?
With her flat behind. Got it.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so you're going to say no to her.
He discriminates against her because she's got a flat ass, Terry.
So I guess
that's a very good reason to discriminate against a woman.
He holds it against her because she's got a flat ass. If she had a nice big apple ass, he'd be on board.
Of course.
But he doesn't like a black woman with a flat ass. He thinks that's a contradiction.
It's a no-no.
It's a no-no.
It is.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. All right. Whatever.
My gosh. Good song.
Very good. And she's going to be in the Seattle area in April. She was at Ruby Sky downtown on Friday night. I think it was. At least that's what I heard from some callers. I didn't see it.
Okay.
I didn't see her. It's like, it's a 1,000-person venue there.
Right. Smaller venue.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But she's everywhere now. All right?
Her and her flat butt.
Her and her flatness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's young, though, right? You realize she might mature at some point and get hips and look like a woman.
I mean, she's no Jerko. No one will be that kind of status. Is Jerko in the chat room right now?
He is.
No, Jerko. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take a pass. I thought Gay was talking about actually getting the people together, and this time it was going to be like a big deal. I thought they were going to do it big time this time, and no knock on Jerko, but I ain't going to anyone's house, Terry. Show up at Jerko's joint and be a little bit down the way and be like, where's Jerko's house? They say, yeah, it's a third trailer on the right. I don't need that, Terry.
Sweet.
If you hit the inflatable pool, you've gone too far. I don't need that. I thought they were going to finally do it up kind of thing and, go to a spot and maybe even rent out a little area of the spot and do it up like that. But no, they're still doing these little ridiculous tiny shindig kind of things in people's houses, and I don't know Jerko, so it's obviously no offense to him, but if you go by the name Jerko...
Jeez, you guys.
That's all I pretty much need to know.
All right, well, let me
There's going to be crepe paper and streamers on a punch bowl.
He says it's for my birthday.
Oh, it's Jerko's birthday as well?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It's not just any old party. It's not any old dairy cam party.
When do grown men stop having birthday parties?
Oh, jeez.
14. You should.
You should. I agree.
All right, very exciting. What else is going on in the world, Terry? What else is happening, please?
Well, there's an injection women can get to make their breast one size larger.
Yeah, it's called a hot babe.
Whoa. No.
What kind of injection are you speaking of, Terry?
It's
I don't know. It's funny every time. I've been saying that since I was in the 4th grade.
Right.
Yes.
Funny for 25 years.
Speaking of first time in 25 years.
Yes.
Even though that's not necessarily what we're speaking about.
No.
How about today being the first time in about 25, I bet you it's about 22, 23, 24, some odd years, that we're having an opening day in the baseball world without Barry Bonds.
Wow.
Sans Bonds.
How is baseball going to have opening day without Barry W. Bonds?
Bonds free in 2008.
Wow, that is kind of interesting.
And the irony of it, even though he's been in the league about 25 years, he would be one of the top 20 players in baseball this year if he played. As far as numbers are concerned.
Oh, really?
As far as his, yes. No doubt about it.
If he stays healthy.
As far as his, if he stays healthy and like he did last year and he plays like 5 out of every 7 days, he would have 30 home runs, 25 last year, I think.
Lead the league in walks.
So the fact that nobody wants him, or if that, maybe he's just retiring, it doesn't seem that way. It seems like if somebody really made an overture to try to get him on their squad, if the Mets reached out, if some team reached out. I was at a couple of Giants games, Terry. Crowd loves him.
Right.
So why the Giants, all of a sudden, after all this time of kind of seeming like they had his back, Terry, after all that kind of years they've been through of realizing the fans loved him, so we as an organization are going to have his back, why all of a sudden they kind of ostracized him, Terry, is really weak. And they've taken out every kind of reference to Barry Bonds, basically, at AT&T Park. So I don't know how to read all this. I don't know how to read everything that the Giants organization has done in handling the situation.
You don't talk about Barry Bonds. He is that which we don't speak of.
If you're going to act that way, then act that way kind of like years ago.
Right, you would think, that makes more sense.
Act that way 2 or 3 years ago when the steroid scandal really started becoming mainstream. Because I knew about steroids in baseball from way back, Terry. I knew about it from 10 years ago.
Right.
But it really became newsworthy about, 3, 4, some odd years ago, and now it's still in the news a lot and the whole thing. But I don't know. I'm not going to go on with this.
No,
they're still trying to find a batting helmet that'll fit his head. That's the problem. He's not allowed to bat without
that
batting
is kind
helmet.
of an issue.
Yeah.
Yes. So, the first time, 20-some-odd years, Baseball begins without Barry Bonds in it.
Wow.
And I say it's baseball's loss. A big loss. Not that baseball could ever have a loss that they can't recover from. Obviously, they've proven they can.
Right.
But it's still a loss nonetheless, Terry.
True.
And they haven't treated this man properly. And he's been misunderstood for too long, and I'll be the first and one of the only ones to go on record in saying that. Okay. Now, what were you telling me about an injection?
An injection.
No wonder you were thinking about it.
Now, what injection do you need now, Terry?
No, I don't need the injection.
All right.
But it is an injection that can get a woman's breast to go at least 1 cup size larger.
So if you're kind of reluctant on getting breast implants, something as permanent as that, you can get like the depot shot of breast implants.
Well, it's called Macrolane, and it is...
Oh, Macrolane.
Yeah, it's from a Swedish pharmaceutical company. And it's
Didn't the songs just get rid of that guy?
I don't know. It's injected into the breast, really deep into the breast tissue, which, that would hurt anyway.
Kill the sonic second.
And the acid, because it's an acid, and it causes the breast to grow and gives it a really smooth appearance. However, the downside is that it doesn't relax. I mean, it'll wear off. So it's not a permanent
So as
fix.
it says, like the depot shot for breast implants.
Yeah.
It lasts for what? Depot shot lasts about 3 months. How long is the injection last? You said about a year?
A year.
Well, that's not bad.
So a year of bigger breasts, and then they'll deflate over the course towards the end of the year, or what? I've never heard of this. What are you talking about? An injection that makes your breasts bigger. It's like collagen injections for breast implants? Like they have the collagen implants that makes your lips bigger, right? But
that physically puts collagen in there. This isn't doing that.
No, this is actually putting an acid that, however, it stimulates the breast to grow.
Your boobies are on acid.
It's about $3,000 each breast. So in a year,
so it's the same price as getting regular implants.
Yeah, but the regular implants, you have a good 10 years, you never have to pay again.
That's my point. Why would you get them? Why would you get them if you can get implants for the same price? If you can get implants, which are pretty much permanent for the same price, why would you pay $6,000? Because you're not just going to do one breast,
right?
And you said it's $3,000 per breast,
and have it only last a year. You're right. Maybe it's a great.
Natural.
Maybe it could be that.
Natural.
Yes,
Have you seen
it's
it yet?
smoother.
Well,
that's what they're saying.
If it's your real boob, just getting bigger, real boobs.
And some women are just have an objection to getting anything permanently put in their breastal cavities. It's one of the places you don't have cavities. But anyway, all right. So there you go. There's an alternative to getting breast augmentation. You can get just a quick little prick and... What? And before you know it, your breasts will be perfect for a year.
Yeah.
And it'll be kind of cool if, like, you forget the date. If it, like, all of a sudden just went away on one specific day. If it had, like, an expiration date, and that day your breasts went just back to the way they were. And if women weren't able to just remember what day they got the actual procedure, just one day their breasts turned back into pumpkins. That'd be kind of cool. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Nice.
Now, if it works on the boobs, would it work in other parts?
Oh, jeez.
Give me the shot.
I don't know.
Right downstairs. You know, why wouldn't it?
I don't see why I wouldn't. If I just stuck that little needle in my foot, Terry, would I have an oversized foot for a year? Because that's what I'm really after.
Right.
Nick, you're on the air, Nick. Nick, can you hear me?
Yeah.
See if I can get a couple of calls in here, Terry. 1-866-663-T-MAN is toll free. That's 1-866. What is it? 1-866-663-8626. Yes, Nick.
Yes, T-Man.
Yes,
I just
sir.
wanted to call because I heard Gay's having that party on the 12th.
Apparently so. Yeah, it's a big deal.
That's my birthday.
Well, that's your birthday, too? Well, does Jerko know about that?
I'm a little upset, actually, because I don't want him to befoul my day of birth with his excessive levels of homo-ness.
It kind of taints his birthday. Nick believes it kind of gives a bad odor to his birthday, if you will.
It's going to tarnish my day, quite frankly.
So you see this as like a homosexual-tinged party?
Yes, quite frankly, I do.
Mm-hmm. But it's not necessarily for just gay. Yeah, but for Jerko.
Yeah, but let's go.
Jerko's married.
Let's go over the small history of these parties. Okay, they've had one.
I can't be having this colliding with my day, T-Man.
Yeah, they've had one of these parties already. That's all we have to go on. Gay presented it as just a listener kind of Terry Cam chat room party, and it turned into married men kissing homosexuals.
true. That's a good point.
All right, so don't try to sell me some bill of goods that this party at Jerko's joint ain't a homo-tinged party.
It's called Jerko. Think about it, and it's Gay's party. That's just not right.
And Gay knows from Jerko.
Yeah, he's not called that because he's mean.
We got to put a stop to this snaggletooth party.
Yeah, you got people like Bendover and Jerko showing up at parties, and you're telling me it doesn't have a little homosexual laced kind of
But you
aura to
also
it?
have Dizzle, who will be there, I'm sure.
Oh, Dizzle has the anti-Rihanna ass, doesn't she? There, Vinnie?
She does. You're right.
Yeah.
But she was at the last one where bad stuff happened.
She was what?
She was at the last party where the gays were kissing.
Who, Dizzle was?
Yeah, so she's not going to stop anything. A gay kissed a married guy last party. Why would it be any different this one?
Maybe I will show up then while the gays are all having their little moment. Dizzle will be all alone.
While gay phone operators trying to ruin someone's marriage, Dizzle will be all alone.
He's not trying to ruin somebody's marriage.
Gay tries to ruin everyone's life.
Yes.
If Gay could snap his fingers and have the world explode, he would do it. Ask Gay and Terry Cam if he could.
He can hear you.
Can he snap?
If he could snap his fingers and make the world go away, would he do it? That means he has to go with it, though.
He has to go with it, then he's going to say no because he doesn't want to go.
Would a snaggletooth go away with it, too?
Well, that snaggletooth is now on the floor somewhere. He's I don't know if you heard the update. Yeah.
He's flipping you off now.
Because snaggletooth to me just means like turned all different ways. The teeth, it's not like missing teeth. All right. Anyway, let me talk to you next. Thanks a lot. Bye. Happy birthday. He's what now? What is he doing?
He was giving you the middle finger.
Well, I'm asking a legitimate question.
He's doing it again. That's his answer.
I want to know how extensive his hatred towards the world is.
I don't think, you know what? I think you're wrong. He doesn't hate the world.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, if he can snap his finger and have everybody as upset as him.
See, how can a guy like that hate the world?
He's got to change his outgoing song. Yeah, I don't want to hear about Muskrat Love. Oh, jeez. Then him telling me the Jerko's party is totally straight. Gay, snap your fingers and make the world go away. You doing it or no?
I'm not doing it.
You're not, because that means what if you could keep the chat room people, but everyone else goes?
No, because there's more people than just the chat room that I like.
See?
All right. Oh, that's good, though. That's a good answer, though. I was worried about you for a second there.
You know what? Just because I had a good time last night. I went out on Friday night. I didn't go to a bar, but I hung out with friends.
But that doesn't mean you don't want the world to be in, like, serious pain.
Some people, yes. Not the entire world.
But if you had only one of two choices, either snap your fingers and the world all of a sudden is in serious pain or not, which would you choose?
If the people that I like were not included, then hell yes.
But you don't like anyone.
He does.
But never for any length of time. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you always like someone at each given moment. But then you wind up hating them and wanting to ruin their life.
Right. Well, if they screw me over, yes, then I hate them.
Well, in your mind, everyone screws you over, though.
Not everyone.
All right. People think he's like a real happy, jolly kind of guy overall, and I just bring out this side of him. The reality is, and that's why people decide to be friends with him, and that turns out to be a big mistake for them, Terry, because then he conjures up in his mind that they've wronged him, and he is so vindictive in trying to destroy them at that point.
But isn't everybody like that? I mean,
No, not like him.
Not like him. Terry, he's gotten people fired.
Right.
He wants now to ruin this dude who kissed him at the party.
Yeah.
You know what? You didn't lie about it and tell people it didn't happen.
All right.
It's not even your issue.
Okay.
He's a mean man.
Mike, you're on the air, sir. Livermore, good morning.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Pretty good, my friend.
I want to talk about what you said about Barry Bonds earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you on that, actually, because if you think about it, how many pitches did he go against that were on roids?
Yes, half of baseball has been on roids. That's all there is to it, all right?
Yeah,
and that's a conservative estimate.
Yeah.
The whole field's been tainted, I think. Like, if you're going to put an asterisk on his record, then put it on, like, the last, 10 years or 20 years worth of record.
They came up with this whole Mitchell report, Terry, this very official, involved study that they did on baseball. It was all a bunch of hot air as far as I'm concerned. All you needed to do was come out and say half of baseball is pretty much on steroids. That's all there is to it.
Right.
All right? And the steroids today are much more sophisticated sophisticated than the steroids of the 80s. These are not anabolic steroids that you get a small little nutsack and you get huge muscles. This is very advanced technology. It's all different options of performance enhancers, too, by the way. But it's all in the steroid family. And sooner or later, we just got to accept that this is the modern technology that the world has to offer. And instead of fighting it, start embracing it and let it be part of the athletic world. Because everyone's going to do it in their little way. Half of baseball, minimum, is on some type of performance enhancer. End of story. And they will lie till they get put in the grave about it. Roger Clemens looks at everyone and lies. He's the biggest abuser of them all. Trust me. Anything you wanted to add, Mike?
Let's hope the Giants actually win some games this year.
No, don't hold your breath. They will win some games.
They will. Every team usually has, I think, in the history of baseball, won some games.
But how many? I don't know. I'm not too optimistic about the Giants this year, Terry. They lose Bonds. They lose a big aura and fact. Just his presence in the lineup, Terry. I know you can expand on this point. Just his presence in the building of wherever he plays is going to be missed. You can't replace that. 1-866-663 T-Man. Steven, you're on the air.
What's up, D?
How are you, Steven?
I'm all right.
You sure? It sounds like you've been shrunken down to miniature size.
No, hold on, what about now?
Maybe you grew an inch, I don't know.
Hey, anyway, T, I was calling you,
It's a little better.
Tomorrow's April Fool's, and I was going to see if you got any pointers on getting an old lady on something.
So you want to prank your girlfriend?
Yeah.
How long have you been seeing her?
Well, 4 years now. We're engaged.
Really?
Yeah.
When are you getting married?
Excuse me?
What's the wedding date?
June of 2010.
Wow. Set it out there long enough, right?
Wow. So you pretty much have been dating her for 4 years. You made her wait a long time just to get engaged, and now you're trying to push off this wedding for as long as humanly and reasonably possible. Is that fair to say? Is that a fair synopsis of where you're at, or what?
I guess you could say that. We're not financially ready right now.
Well, who is, man? Even when you're financially ready, you're not financially ready. So don't tell me that your finances are stopping you guys from getting married.
I'm not trying to just fly to Vegas.
If finances stop people from getting married, then 99% of people wouldn't be married. It's not a financially sound, it's not a natural state of being altogether, Terry. Don't get me started on marriage, but there's no other alternative. At some point, when you get old enough, you just got to get married. That's all there is to it. All right? It's not a natural state of being. It's a very unnatural state to be married to someone.
Amen, dude.
Wow.
You nailed it.
But until there's some better alternative, we should all be getting married in our 30s, not in our 20s. In our 30s. At some point in your 30s, you get married. That's all there is to it. Are you in your 30s, sir?
No.
Then don't get married. And don't even think about it. Stop getting the pressure. Stop feeling any pressure of life or from her or whatever. If you're not, it's very simple. Why do people have to make things complicated?
I don't know.
Tell her that love is not enough. Love is not enough. Timing is also as important, or almost as important, as love. I love you, but the timing's wrong. I'm not a man in my 30s, so I'm not marrying you. Okay?
All right, T.
Okay. There's your prank. Then you can tell her on April 2nd, wasn't a prank. I'm not marrying you. I'm too young.
Wow.
Too young to be getting married. Why do something in your 20s that should happen in your 30s? Marriage should take place only in a person's 30s. Do it right. Do yourself a favor. You only have one life to live. Don't waste it. Enjoy your 20s like there's no tomorrow. And then get married in your 30s. Because then there is no tomorrow. But it's a nice situation if you're at the right time in your life.
Yeah.
All right?
Be careful in your 20s so you can enjoy the rest of your life, but yeah, have fun.
I'm not saying not to be careful to some extent.
Yeah, don't have Magic Johnson kind of fun. But have fun in your 20s.
Hey, Magic, if we could all be Magic Johnson and get AIDS and then own a ton of movie theaters and have the greatest Still pretty much having sex with whoever he wants, from what I hear.
And he hasn't. And he beat AIDS.
Mm-hmm. He beat it, yeah.
Beat lots of girls, and he beat AIDS.
Yes. April Fool's is tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
Is everyone going to be expecting us to do some wacky prank?
Who knows?
Hope not.
Ooh. Well, I guess the wacky prank is we don't even realize it's April 1st.
The T-Man Show.
Terry, give us your Major League Baseball predictions right now. I hate to put you on the spot, but it's game one beginning in seconds. You got games on ESPN all day long. I know you get the preview from DirecTV. Terry, you got a dish? You got Comcast? What do you got?
Got the Comcast? Yeah.
So,
I think ESPN's 10 to 10 today.
yeah, I mean, ESPN will be wall-to-wall baseball starting in a couple of seconds. Yeah, who's the first game? They're going to go with the Yankees or what? Who do they got at 10 a.m.?
I do not know yet, but I will know in 10 seconds.
I really want to see Johan Santana pitch for the Mets today. The Mets playing at home. I'm going to see Johan in pinstripes. I'm going to see him on the road. Where am I going to see Johan Santana?
Yeah, Toronto at New York on ESPN.
The Blue Jays and the Yankees.
Oh, there you go.
Don't overdo the Yankees for me again this year, please. I want to see A-Rod strike out 4 times. Oh, wait, it's not a playoff game. Anyway.
He'll have 3 homers today.
Yeah, opening day. All right, so that's the first game in a couple of minutes. Is that right?
Correct. 10:05.
And then on the deuce, they have at 10:30 probably. Something.
Milwaukee at Chicago.
Oh, very exciting.
Can't wait.
All right.
Cubbies, this is their year, Terry.
Is it?
Well, sooner or later.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 100 years since the Chicago Cubs have won a World Series, yes.
That long, huh?
Sheets against Zambrano. I know you're excited for that matchup.
All right. So you want to hold off on your opinion on who's going to win the World Series?
Yeah, let me get a few games underneath my belt here.
Oh.
Let me watch a few, and then I'll give you an assessment later.
All right. She wants to get a few games under her belt, she says.
Yeah, I'll give you an ass assessment later.
A few games under her belt. Any room under your belt with all that schlag in there?
Wow!
I don't get it. Anyway, enjoy your opening day.
I will. You too.
Let me take a couple of final calls here. I got a couple seconds here before the game begins. John, you're on the air, John.
Hello?
Yes, John.
Hey, what's up, T-Man?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, what's up, Terry?
Hey.
What's up, Vinnie? What's up to the whole crew out there, man?
Make the rounds. Yeah, you just said that at the beginning. What can we do for you, John?
I just wanted to comment on what you said about Barry Bonds. You know how what's thing called San Francisco is like, you know what I'm saying, not actually like trying to help him out and stuff.
No, I disagree. That's not what I was alluding to. I think the fans have been very supportive. It's the organization that's kind of all of a sudden, out of nowhere, decided they want to eliminate, they want to disenfranchise themselves from the man.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up that he's been in San Francisco all this time, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? The team just wants to leave him now and like backstab him or something like that.
They expect the fans to be on board with backstabbing Barry Bonds. Is that what the organization expects?
Probably.
You know, it's messed up, man, because he's been out here, he's broken all the records, all of a sudden they making it look like, you know what I'm saying, like he ain't never been part of the team or something like that.
Every reference to Bonds basically has been taken out of AT&T Park, Terry.
Right.
It's like if you're gonna, it's weird. If you're gonna go with that stance,
why not?
Then do it years ago.
Yeah, when all the chaos began.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a diehard Giants fan, man, to the fullest. And I remember in the World Series, he was the only guy doing it for us. The only guy that's actually putting up numbers.
Yeah, and that was also weird because in postseasons past, he had done nothing. But then against the Angels, the Angels, he was like hitting 500 basically, and keeping them on board, and then they just kind of crapped the bed in the last 2 games there.
Okay.
But because all those years with the Pirates, I know you remember it well, Terry.
I do remember him.
He was a disappointment in the postseason. Remember back in the years when it was Bonds and Bonilla, and they all thought Bonilla was going to be the big star?
Right.
Oh, they were a little off on that, huh?
Yeah, Bonilla was good, but he ain't no Bonds.
Bonilla, I don't know if it was ever really that good.
Well, he was an all-star a couple years.
I know he was back then.
40 homers.
But he never really had the career that everyone anticipated.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Maybe he should have been doing a couple more performance enhancers or something. I don't know.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Turn into a little kind of dough-ish kind of guy.
Oh, jeez.
A little doughy, Terry.
A little doughy?
Kalu. Is it Kalu? Kalu, you're on the air. Kalu. Okay, that was my third question.
Kalu, like the drink, Kahlua, you know.
Oh, okay. Take it easy. Yeah. I got about 10 seconds. What do you got?
T-Man, I have $3,000. I want to pay for the injection because I want to see if it works with a gentleman that has a, less than endowed.
Oh, geez. Well, if you need it, we could also throw in some extra snug lifestyle condoms for you. Nikki, you're on the air. Hello. We just learned about those this morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, Nikki.
Good morning. Sure, yeah.
I just wanted to say people need to mind their business. I just feel like as athletes, that's their job, and, they have to put their bodies through things, so they should be able to use whatever they want on their bodies.
So if an athlete's using a performance enhancer, that's their business. And even if that particular enhancer is against the law should be changed, and you don't care. I don't think the average fan really cares what a performer is on, Terry. And you're never going to know for sure, so why just let it be a free-for-all? You want to put your body in some kind of jeopardy, and actually the technology today, the performance enhancers don't really put your body in the jeopardy that it did 2 decades, last decade, whatever. So who cares?
You don't grow a tail anymore?
Let's see someone hit 90 home runs.
Well, you're right.
That's whatever.
That's 90. The thing. People want to be entertained when they go to a sporting event. They don't want to be bored, and they want something exciting.
Kid says, how does he hit all those home runs? Oh, he takes steroids, son. Well, you should do it someday. That'll really help you.
Well, you could then have the conversation with your son. I'd rather you not be on steroids till you're at least 18. All right?
Okay, got it. I'm writing that down for when I have kids.
Thanks, Pops.
Nikki, I'm pretty much in agreement with you.
Thank you.
Well put. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
It's hard to argue because if you go to like a concert of any kind, if everyone who was sober had to play, there'd be no more concerts.
Right.
You think those guys aren't high or drunk or something when they go to a show? Everyone is.
That's their performance enhancer.
Right. Exactly.
All right. So, let people do with their bodies as they please. All right. Okay.
Sounds good. As soon as you hit that break, I'll be taking your advice.
What are you pleased to do with your body today, Terry?
All kinds of things.
Oh.
Because it's my body.
Oh. Not from 6 to 10, it's not.
Ooh.
So I still got 9 more minutes. The T-Man Show.